holiday special in your bottom corner. That is what I'm going to point to it right there. Right there, as we see a young Han Solo, Harrison Ford. This is Life Day, guys. If you've never seen Star Wars Holiday Special, we're going to be watching it live. Well, I'm joined with Rob and Ro, Star Wars Trilogy Facebook page. Check us out there, Star Wars Trilogy. We're on the Facebooks.
Volume's off. Make
sure the volume's off. We have we're live also on Facebook. We got the chat going on right now. Jalen Glover says if we're going to be doing call-ins tonight, won't be able to because we're currently under the weather, sore throat. We're probably
sorry to hear that.
Call-ins, but we're going to be commenting on Life Day, which is happening right now. So this takes place not in Star Wars canon.
No, not at all. This is actually they
canon in my book.
They played this right after New Hope. So this is very right after that kind of stuff.
The big controversy about this is they claim that they pretty much wheeled Mark Hamill out of the hospital after his car accident, and this is why.
And look at that nose. Yeah. Look at it. It's very caked on.
Like he was still like drugged up and stuff when there was. I mean, he denies that it was that bad or whatever, But
what do you think?
And Anthony Daniels.
I think there's something wrong with Mark fucking Hamill in this movie.
I think there's a lot wrong with this movie.
Out of this movie did bring us though one of the most iconic characters in the Star Wars universe, which is Boba Fett.
Yep. Animated version.
And Lumpy, obviously. But
I love Lumpy.
Which we'll get to.
We'll get to Lumpy. But Boba Fett more specifically, is this story in here? Is this canon? And it's Lumpy, or not Lumpy? Sorry.
Some things have become canon. In my book, this whole thing should be canon. Life Day should be a part of the Star Wars universe at all times. And as far as the fandom goes, everyone considers Life Day a real thing.
Well, let's go to the chat. Let's see what they think on Facebook.
All right. So let's see here. What is everyone saying? Okay.
So Blackwing is talking, says he heard the holiday special was trash. What's funny is the first thing I ever found out about Life Day was a buddy of mine goes, "Hey, have you ever heard of Life Day from Star Wars?" I said, "No." He goes, "Well, once you watch it, we'll never talk about it again." I was like,
"Wrong."
Really? What are you talking about?
Ro actually made me watch this movie with him like a year ago.
There's
we sat down during the holidays
holiday special
and watched this film. I would go as far as now was Boba Fett created specifically for this?
Now Boba Fett.
He was more in talks.
His first appearance was actually in the Macy's Day Parade. He was walking with the rest of the Star Wars cast.
He was in a white costume at that point.
Whatever it was.
That was the prototype with Joe Johnson.
Oh, really?
So, but this was like the first time we see him in a movie.
Okay, and we're coming up. We're coming up to the Kashyyyk. All right, and a distant planet of.
Okay. So here's one thing I love about this.
This is my favorite part of the movie.
Is that they're speaking. What's the language? Wookiee.
Well, they're speaking Wookiee.
They're speaking Wookiee, but there's no subtitles
for 15 minutes. There's no subtitles.
You're just supposed to imagine what they're saying.
Yeah. So let's get a little sample here.
So. So talk Wookiee to me, Ro.
Well, right now, Lumpy is running around with his wooden X-wing.
His grandfather's so pissed right now.
I feel like we should translate.
All right, let's open this bubbly too.
Yeah. Let's celebrate Life Day properly. I'm gonna ship this in your face.
All right. Well, you're opening that. Poof. Wow.
That can be taken so many different ways.
Okay, so on this planet here, so Grandpa has basically made this. This wooden thing for Lumpy here.
Yeah.
He's going to be describing how he remembers the first time he saw a X-Wing. And Lumpy's going to be taking it over to
his lumps.
His mom.
Chewbacca's wife, Mala. And featuring Chewbacca's family, his wife, Mala. Let's let this bubbly settle down a bit.
We're being told that the signal is bad.
Okay, well, we'll work that out. How's it for you guys? Everybody out there in...
Seems like they're able to see it.
Is everybody able to see it? Oh, there we go. There we go. It's working out. It's working out.
I think that one individual's...
Never mind, I liked it.
Hey, get better Wi-Fi, dude.
No, so this scene right here was... What was the actual point of this? Just to introduce Chewbacca's family?
Yeah, we're introducing Chewbacca's family. Look, they were like winging this. This was one of those things back in the day. It's like, we got merchandising, we got another movie coming out.
This movie did really well. Let's just go.
The studio whores were like, oh, we're gonna fucking come Star Wars on everything right now. We need a holiday special. Everybody back then had a holiday special of some sort, right? Every rock band had a Christmas album, blah blah blah. It was all about merchandising.
Of rock albums, we got a lot of rock to show.
Yeah,
there's a lot of concerts in here.
There is a lot of concerts footage through here featuring Jefferson Starship,
which I was just informed went on to actually make a hit that I actually knew.
Yeah,
which was pretty impressive.
They had some hits before as well, so they were Jefferson Airplane.
So they were an actual
Go
band.
ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. But then they had, their cheesy 80 hits like We Built This City and stuff like that.
Built this city on...
And here we go. Here's Lumpy getting acrobatic up in the
He's
Wookiee tree.
parkouring.
So when the executives for...
So, long story short, they're like, we're gonna have to make this... So they basically... Network executives are traditionally known as some of the sleaziest guys in the entertainment industry, right? They think they're the creative types. They put this... I guarantee this was written by an executive, not by a screenwriter.
So the first thing that comes to the minds here has to be 100%. The first thing you find out you're going to do a Star Wars holiday special, first thing has to be, we got to get Bea Arthur. Number one.
That's actually the first thing I think of before even a holiday special.
Number one thing is, we got Bea Arthur on contract. We need a project for Star Wars.
And this is how, imagine these jackholes in the fucking boardroom going, what are we going to do about Star Wars? Who can we bring to the table to really bring this home and reach a new demographic? How about Bea Arthur? She's fantastic.
She's a proven commodity.
Yeah.
She's going to fit great into this new world.
She's a fantastic
Write her in,
girl.
boys. Write her in. Yeah, this is like that what's that Mad Men days of like executives like drinking and smoking and thinking.
What do you think George Lucas's mindset was at this time?
He was trying to make money off his stuff.
George Lucas specifically?
I think it was more or less like, hey, how can I market something differently?
I think George Lucas was checked out of this process and was focused on Empire.
And this one?
On Empire and making the trilogy. Remember, Star Wars' success caught everybody off guard, and now now they're doing the holiday special. Mark Hamill's been in a car accident. They're trying to figure out the next movies.
We didn't even talk about that.
There's all this kind of stuff. Harrison Ford doesn't want to be in the next movie
at all.
He didn't look like he wanted to be in this.
You can almost tell he phones this in completely.
He 100% was like, I'm only doing this because it's a contractual obligation. I will not.
This might be my favorite scene of
we're getting to the best dancing in the entire
look
movie.
at the oh my god.
Okay.
So right now I feel like I'm on a Wookiee acid trip.
Yep.
And look, there's this guy juggling. Who are these guys? Where are the action figures of these guys?
Lost in the Black series.
They're coming. They're coming.
Lost in the Black series.
And for sure, these are 100. Look at that.
Would you guys like to see these in extended universe of the Black series
that Grandpa had there, whoever that was, Lumpy? That's the look I get when I get really drunk, and or like Jezzer gets out all the time.
This is the birth of Circus Dole.
Yeah, it is 100%, 1000%. Matter of fact, why don't they?
Can we get a little bit of tunes for that, by the way? Because
the music here is
flawless. Oh.
Hey, Blackwing, we get paid so much fucking money.
You have no idea. That's why we're doing this.
Look at that look. That's the look. That's what Jezzer was looking like at that LA Comic-Con party.
Actually, we went to the opening of the Dark Side bar last night, and that's how Jezzer looked at the most of the drinks.
What happened to you last night at the Dark Side bar?
Okay. I was intending on coming, but I actually got stuck in Orange County, and by the time I got back, you guys were already drinking. I had made a promise to somebody that I'd show up to this Friendsgiving thing, and since she's fucking me, I had to go.
Over Star Wars?
Yeah. Well, it was a dark. Okay, technically it's a sidebar. It's a pop-up bar. It's the Dark Side bar.
And it is going to be open 7 days a week.
Yeah, and I figured I'd just catch it on another night.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the drinks there. They're all right. I liked them.
I would say if you end up going there, try a couple of the different ones, but there was one called the Imperial. I think that was my favorite one on there.
Mine was the Red Force.
The Red Force. The
I
Red
mean,
Force is good.
though it had the most
These
sugar in it,
guys
but
look like
it
they've
hurt.
got some Red Force going for them.
I had, while you guys were drinking Star Wars drinks, I was getting high as a fucking kite
and watching this kind
seeing
of
all
thing.
this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get enough of this.
No, I can't. I love this shit. If anybody knows me, they know I'm a little bit of an astronaut. I love going on.
So do you think this is like CrossFit for these guys? Think about it. Look at them going. They're like, hey, come to Nerd CrossFit, everybody. Think about it. Here we go.
Hey, Blackwing. These guys work hard, and you know, we make some money here and there. But I'm fucking.
That's not what I read the first time.
We get paid a lot of money to do this.
Yeah.
We get paid a lot of money to
Buku
drink
bucks.
and watch Star Wars
Buku
holiday special.
So and if you want to super chat that'd be great.
So,
That's how we get paid for your super
Exactly.
chat.
So your super chat gets us paid.
It all determines on what you want to donate. I can't use donate.
but I take I take a large chunk of everybody's check. So
what
if you
do
want to
you,
sign up, you got to give me 50%.
What do you guys think's going on in the scene?
What
was
up,
like
Hell of a Ranger?
if you were to direct Fluffy here and the grandpa?
Oh, you know what I think I would totally do? You know, the
If
Star
you were
Wars
the director
universe.
of this,
If I was the director of this,
How many Star Wars celebrations do you think Bea Arthur's been to at
she didn't even know what Star Wars. She admits that she only took this because her nephew was excited about it, and she didn't know what Star Wars was.
In fairness, though, that's a valid excuse
Yeah.
because Robert Redford only took Captain America because his grandkids wanted him to.
Yeah, I think it was her grandkids. I think because she's like 95 years old in this already.
I mean,
so-
she's not alive anymore, right?
This-
Rest in peace, Bea Arthur.
here's
If she's
the-
alive, I'm going to feel like such an idiot. Okay.
How many of the Golden Girls are still alive?
Is she a Golden Girl?
Yes, she's a fucking
she's
Golden
a golden
girl.
girl. You didn't know that?
Oh, yeah, Betty
Her
White.
and Betty
Yeah,
White.
Betty White.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Realistically, rest in peace to Carrie Fisher, though. This was...
Yes.
we're celebrating Life
Who-
Day, so
she's the one who gave this the Life Day.
Oh, here we go.
Life.
And here it comes
Okay,
up.
one thing we want you guys to
Luke?
notice this. Look at Mark Hamill's face. They literally...
They've caked the makeup on.
This is officially the best After Dark I've watched.
Oh, that's awesome.
They
Look at it. Look at
his eyes, man.
He looks like he's like, I just got in a car accident and I don't know what to say to these Wookiees.
It's like
no one gave me
he
direction.
was in a wheelchair and they just kind of propped him up on a thing.
I don't know what I would have done with this. I think I would definitely, as someone who's done a little bit of directing, I don't know if I would have changed a thing because years later this is a cult classic.
Yeah, they should screen this in theaters at like.
Yeah, trying to make it good would have just fucked it up.
R2 was like, hey dude,
do you have a favorite bad movie that you watch?
Oh, all the time. Yeah, of course. Man, there's so many. Batman versus Superman. I mean, truth be told, yeah.
You know, I have attempted to watch that movie twice, and I've never made it to the end. I fell asleep both times.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah,
I kind of tune out when she starts talking about. They start talking about Martha.
There's a ton of movies that
I don't even know what that part is.
There's a ton of movies that I watch that I know are terrible.
Yeah.
But it's almost like
Okay.
Mad Max Thunderdome.
With
Tina Turner.
With Tina Turner.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You mean
Not-
Patti LaBelle?
Patti LaBelle or Whitney Houston.
We were trying to figure out who Tina Turner is in here.
I
and
fucking
somebody was
love.
saying other
I
names.
watch every single time when I used to have cable, and now I'm a hipster with only Netflix and YouTube and blah blah blah. But back in the day, every single time Biodome was on TV, I would
Pauly
stop
Shore
and I
Biodome?
would stop and watch that fucking movie. That's like
Viva
my,
la Biodome.
I don't know what
I'm
it
going
is.
to take my piece in the dome.
I know it's
I love
terrible.
Biodome.
I know it's a terrible
Yep.
movie. I know I shouldn't be watching it.
Yep.
I know everybody will think less of me if they knew this.
Yep.
Can't help it. Gonna
So
watch
that's
it.
a guilty pleasure movie for you.
Guilty pleasure movie. 100%.
How about Mario and Luigi, the live version?
No, I've
Because
never
that
seen
was
it.
terrible,
I've never
but I
seen
love
it.
that one.
I wonder what people are saying on the Star Wars trilogy page. We've totally, they're like,
yeah. Oh my goodness. They're saying something here. What do you guys think? So, yeah, there's Jeff. So yeah, we are asking everybody on Star Wars Trilogy who's joining us their thoughts on Life Day, and looks like a few joining in here. We'll tune in later. I'm busy watching the fucking movie.
So here's the thing about Life Day, or about the holiday special is. You for sure.
What's that? I went to see. Whoa, okay.
Yeah, we got another Biodome
There we go,
fan.
Biodome fan. Maybe we should do a Biodome.
Yeah, Biodome
screening.
live stream. Did the movie pause? What's going on right here?
It did.
Oh,
hold on.
We're still going here.
You know what happened was it was like on one of those like 90 millimeter things, and it kind of stopped.
No way! Did it really?
Yeah, it did.
Josh lost his version of the script.
Maybe this is what. Maybe
we
it's
lose our
part of
version
the
too.
movie.
Oh, it's in Stand By. Actually, it's a part of the movie where it stands by.
Okay, because we're at it doesn't man, we're losing the magic here.
We're losing the magic here.
We should
Live
be on
day,
this
bro.
part. We should be on this part.
And this is the scene where R2 says, "This was terrible. I'm going to shut it down."
Hey!
R2 is the savior of Star
Holiday
Wars.
special is not crap. It is holiday magic.
But in fairness, Blackwing also says that he liked Batman versus Superman. So
Okay,
Blackwing, I was going to, almost like go behind you and be like, yes, I agree. But now you just said that he liked that, so I backed off.
I agree.
Wait, you didn't chime in. Rob didn't chime in on his favorite bad movie.
Oh yeah, Bad Boys too.
No, I like Bad Boys too. Are you kidding? That's not a bad movie. What's wrong with that?
It's not a great movie.
I didn't say it was.
It's not an Academy Award
No,
winner.
who said that? A bad movie that's good. I did. I said
Too Long Fu.
Oh God damn it!
No, I
sat
said
all the way through a new Steven Seagal movie that was fantastic.
Which one?
I don't know, but it was on Netflix.
What'd you watch?
He didn't stand up. They shot him from the waist up because he's giant now. But every scene of him was sitting down.
That sounds amazing, by the way.
It was amazing how they framed every single shot like that. And
Was he playing a president or something?
no, he was playing a military dude. He was playing a military dude. And the funny thing is, like, it's like, wait a second, what are you doing on the special task force? You're 60 years old. All these guys are like, like SEAL Team 6 guys are all with
we're back.
And
Okay,
we're back.
back
Okay.
to film. No, who's this guy in
We're
the
out of
back?
sync now.
Do we know who this is?
Yeah, that's Sandan. He runs the trading post.
Okay, so who's the actor playing? Because all these are very like famous actors back in the day of
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
Of
who is
the
that?
late 70s.
the late 70s. Yeah, but who is that?
Can you imagine if John Travolta would have popped in dancing away in this?
That would have been amazing.
And also
actually, he's one of the.
possible,
In the middle of the canteen.
Would have been very possible. Would have been very possible.
So do we remember what's going
This
on?
guy's he's like one of those Hollywood Squares dudes or something like that. He's like,
Hey,
that
we're gonna
one?
play bingo here at the local
The
Star Wars
freeze
bar.
frame you have of him on this is hilarious.
I wish we could show you. It looks like he's sticking his tongue out. It's stuck.
yeah, I'm waiting for it to catch up to the.
You're waiting for his
spot.
tongue to get stuck.
Yeah.
Here, turn around and show what we were showing.
So one thing I do love is this Imperial guy's fucking getup. Like this is pretty accurate to the movie.
I love the mustache.
He looks more so like a Spaceballs
He
character.
almost looks more like Dark Helmet from Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
totally
yeah.
looks like Dart Helmet. But it's a tribute to
That's Art
No
Carney.
Shave November.
I believe that's Art Carney.
Art Carney?
Art
Yeah.
Carney, okay.
And
What was Art Carney
And you're
famous
right, he was
for?
also on Hollywood Squares.
Oh, dang.
I don't know if he was actually on Hollywood Squares, but that's Art Carney.
I bet you he was at some point.
So is this our first introduction to any character in the Star Wars universe wearing glasses?
That's a good point. I am not 100% sure about that. Have we seen glasses in the Star Wars?
Really? Take not goggles, but glasses. This could be our first, right?
It
First and
could,
only,
very well
possibly.
could be. Okay, wait, we got Star Destroyers. We got Vader.
Oh, Darth Vader!
Here we go. Oh, this is one of my
I'm out
favorite
of sync
scenes of the
here, so-
entire thing.
Nothing is bad if Darth Vader's in it. Let's be real, guys.
Yeah.
Art Carney was apparently an Academy Award-winning Best Actor for his role in Harry and Tonto.
Oh,
Harry
wow.
and, I thought you were going to say Harry and the Hendersons.
Or Harry and the Hendersons.
And they got James Earl Jones to do the voice for
Okay, we're
this
caught
too,
up.
I believe.
All right, we're caught. We're
Wow,
back
you're
in
like
sync.
perfect.
Joe and Rob and Ro, do you guys like Broken Arrow? I actually love Broken Arrow. Ryan, Broken Arrow, yes, I love Broken Arrow.
Wait, are
Yeah.
we back to the...
We are back,
We're back to the
Kashyyyk.
Wookiees. Sorry, we're back on Kashyyyk.
But they really didn't say Kashyyyk back in the day because we actually didn't really even know what the name of Kashyyyk at this time.
Did they drop the name of...
I don't think so.
I didn't have the audio up.
'Cause
I don't remember. If
I don't believe.
Yeah, we can play it like this, right? Like, you're not going to pick that up. We're not going to get flagged for that. And if we do, we're all right with Disney. Let's write them a letter.
It's not like there's any copywritten words here.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
all
good
in
point.
Wookiee.
So let's well, do you want to
Right,
translate?
Blackwing not only is
Ro
Vader in it,
speaks
but he's
Wookiee.
voiced.
Bro, you speak Wookiee, don't you?
He's voiced by James Earl Jones.
This is another... This scene is fucking amazing. We're going to learn to
Okay.
make a bantha rump roast or something
So
like
number
that, right?
one thing about this scene is it frightened the shit out of me when
Yeah.
I originally saw it. This is
Bantha surprise,
Yeah.
all right?
This is literally how some of my nightmares go.
So I feel
We're
like
drinking to Bantha
do
surprise.
you guys have any like recipes for Bantha surprise out there? Because if you
What do
have
you
any
think a bantha
ideas,
tastes like?
yeah, what do you guys think a
Elephant?
bantha tastes like?
What do you think an elephant tastes like?
What do
Horse?
you think? A,
Fair enough.
yeah.
I don't know.
What tastes like in the Star Wars universe?
Look at how creepy. First of all, in this modern era, is that considered blackface? Because that looks a little racist to me.
That's a Hollywood Squares dude.
That's a dude?
That's it.
Yes,
That's not a guy.
that's a guy.
How can you tell?
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah,
That's scary
that's the
as
dude.
shit.
That's the Hollywood Squares dude.
That was on here before?
No, a different Hollywood Squares dude.
Oh.
They were all on Hollywood
So
Squares. back
what
then.
this scene is actually really portraying is a day in the life of somebody in the Star Wars universe as they're watching a cooking show, and no less a Wookiee. Is that Chewbacca? No, that's not Chewbacca.
I just feel like Wookiees
Paul,
eat
it's
everything raw.
Is that Mala?
Paul Lindo?
Yes. Well,
Paul
because
Paul Lindo.
Paul Lindo, Paul Lind.
Paul
Not,
Lynn.
who's Lindo?
Paul Lindo Calrissian.
This is so,
So
freaking weird.
freaking
This
weird.
is this is like
This
a
is the weirdest section of the, not necessarily the weirdest, but
I just love that they use a pressure cooker in space.
Hey, not only do we get glasses, we got pressure cookers in this universe. This is great.
Of the Camarantrum root. Wonderful, just adds that touch of piquancy.
So
the piquancy.
when they pitched this,
The piquancy, y'all. When
So
you
when the
make your
actor gets
bantha
this side of the
surprise, the
script,
piquancy is
you
needed.
have to think. So when the actor gets this part of the script, right? He's going. Paul is going through it, and he's like, "Okay, like there's this.
Oh, Lind.
Like, what the fuck are
Are
they
y'all, this is
thinking?
the best part. Hold on. Stir, 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 stir.
Very nice.
While we're stirring, we also whip.
And,
And
stir.
whip and stir.
Stir.
Whip, stir, whip, stir.
Stir.
Whip, stir, stir,
What?
whip.
Let's try it again together at an increased tempo.
I love that the Wookiees, like, Maul is like totally getting into this.
Consistency, don't we? So, and on the count of one.
This is like Paula Deen for Wookiees.
Whip, whip, stir.
This is
This is Paula Deen for Wookiees.
This is Paula Dean before Paula Dean
Yeah,
got famous.
but like she's going so crazy that her like
the wig,
the wig is falling off.
Wait. Is this also the same thing where like we almost get like this Wookiee kind of like porn orgasm?
Yeah, it's
Blackwing just said, "Why does that look like a woman?" This is Star Wars.
This
could
is
be
what part
anything.
creeped me out is the extra arms.
Yeah,
and
she's an
hands.
alien. She or he, whatever, is an alien.
I almost wish this character was in Blade Runner.
oh
I think
my
it would have fit
goodness.
better in that world.
That would have been.
Oh my goodness. Or Total Recall. 3 tits, 3 arms.
It makes me wish I had 3 hands.
You know what? Fuck this. I'm drinking from the bottle.
Yep, I need to watch all. So if this is in canon, where does this take place in canon?
It would
During
be
Life Day. duh.
It's after New Hope.
Right after
shit.
New Hope.
Right after New Hope.
We're celebrating. It's Life Day. The Death Star is gone.
Well, it's not. 'Cause it's been in every other movie since.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like.
Fucking comes back bigger and badder every time.
Do you think?
Oh wait, we got another arm.
You know why it comes bigger and better every time? Because they learned the recipe for this.
the
I'm just
Bantha?
glad
The bantha,
Bantha surprise?
it feeds all the Imperials.
Okay, here's another question I have for you. If you had to eat a surprise in the Star Wars universe, this one's Bantha, what would you want to eat? Like Ewok surprise? Like what would be the...
No.
And this is
It would be
before the
Dewback?
Ewok
Would you want the
advent.
Dewback
Surprise.
surprise?
Okay, here
we
we
haven't
go.
gotten Ewoks yet.
The Tauntaun surprise?
I think. I don't know. You know what? We know.
Would the meat better be on the inside or on
we
the
know
outside?
Tauntaun's edible. We saw the Yeti, the Wampa, going after the Tauntaun. We know that they just Bantha just does not look edible to me.
What about a Dewback?
Oh,
What? Ooh.
Dewback surprise?
yeah, that could be a good one.
Some Tatooine. They,
Sounds like it would be moist.
It looks like it would be like jerky to me. Like you would make Dewback jerky.
Or Rancor.
Rancor. The Rancor.
No,
Rancor.
we can't do that.
Yeah,
you,
that
you
poor
wanna know
guy,
why?
that poor Rancor
you
keeper.
can't do that. Yeah, you make a Rancor keeper cry. You can't do that. It's his pet.
I'm fucking.
Rancors are domestic.
I'm taking a slab of
they're
Rancor.
they're domesticated.
First of all, just think about this. They definitely got Harrison Ford back for this, though.
That is bizarre that he even like agreed. Like I'm surprised that he called it in as poorly as he did. I'm surprised that it's not even worse.
It should just be a
He
stand-in.
hated this so bad that I'm surprised that they left those scenes in. Like, he didn't make it bad enough to cut out.
So now who's this?
Just random.
A random Imperial
dude.
Imperial officer, I guess. I bet you that's some big name. He probably was on Hollywood Squares also.
Yeah, he's in a square.
They may have just gotten the cast of Hollywood Squares for the...
I think these are all Hollywood Squares dudes.
He's like, hey, hurry up, we're gonna go watch Hollywood Squares. It's my turn.
Like, there were so many variety shows back then. Like,
Yeah,
you had
Chuck Woolery.
Yeah, you had stuff like that, and Donnie and Marie, and Sonny and Cher, and all that shit. All these variety, Captain and Tennille. You know the Bay City Rollers had their own show?
How do you know that?
I'm way older than you guys.
I'm really happy that we're getting to see a day in the life of Wookiees, though.
Yeah, well, there's still no subtitles. Anyone want to guess what this scene's about?
If something's broken, I'm
Yeah.
assuming this guy's going to fix it.
He's
or
coming
he's
Well,
coming for
you know what
dinner.
it is
or he's going to be dinner.
Yeah.
No, Grandpa clogged the toilet. He's gonna come fix it. He brought his tools.
So it's very apparent here that Wookiees have great relationship with humans at this point. Maybe it's Han's dad. Maybe they're going to surprise Han when he gets back. I don't know.
Sondon.
Maybe they're gonna roast Han.
Look how adorable, though, little Lumpy looks.
Well, Lumpy has made a few appearances in comic books and things since.
So Lumpy
has
is
Mala?
canon.
Has Mala become canon over the years?
Well, no, I thought Chewbacca was all into what's her name in The Force Awakens.
Yeah, he was creepy about it too.
He's creepy about it. It'd be great. We should do a Maury Povich show where we don't know if Lumpy's really the son of Chewbacca. And like in Wookiee,
You are not the father.
He's been out in space a long fucking time. It's a smuggler's life, yo.
You are
And
not
Han at the end of the day is like,
No.
That would be hilarious. A smuggler's life. What the hell is this? So this is the gift exchange for Life Day.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right here.
Dude.
What does Life Day mean to you?
Oh man, you know what? Life Day to me is a really special part of the holidays to me because it sounds off the kickoff of the holidays. Fuck Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is about eating, right? Life Day is about giving presents, and it comes. Yeah. And
you were like straight up like screw turkey.
screw turkey. Life Day is about kicking off the holidays.
You
right.
want the Bantha Surprise.
It's every Star Wars fan. It's our cue for the holidays.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
So let me ask you this:
It's the champagne talking.
before you
Can we watch Biodome now?
Before you watch The Last Jedi, are you gonna go? Is like, all right, Last Jedi's coming. It's coming out tomorrow. Got to put in Life Day. Got to watch Life
Well,
Day.
here's
No,
the
because you
interesting
should have
thing.
that done by now.
You know what would be hilarious?
They're watching it with us.
I
now,
got a
so
great
it doesn't
idea.
matter.
So, guys, we have to go to do the press junket.
Whoa,
right?
whoa! Did he just
Yeah.
like inappropriately
Yeah, he's-
touch
No, he's getting his hair done.
Chewbacca's dad? And what's with the underbite?
They're like,
Oh,
How do we make a Wookiee old person?
Here we go.
This is an acid
This is where
trip.
he's.
all right, it's time to go to Spirit World. So, hey, I got this idea. We're going to go and do this press junket, without seeing The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So we get to sit with the cast and crew. We should just make every question about Life Day.
That would be hilarious,
Oh my
actually.
Make every just don't stop asking Mark Hamill about the
So, Mark,
holiday
when you
special.
were in Life Day,
Would you tell us about the Star Wars holiday special?
I'd really like to talk about the holiday special.
We'd like to address the rumors that you were wheeled out of the hospital for those scenes.
Talk to me about some of your motivations when you got annoyed and you looked a lot different.
Well, I was trying not to move my face very much.
You know, poor Mark Hamill, though,
And-
man. Like, it sucks because he just comes off a huge hit on Star
This
Wars.
is actually the synchronized swimming scene.
This is Cirque du Soleil. I
And you
think,
know what?
actually.
And he's a fucking good-looking kid coming off of the first Star Wars.
Yeah.
He's like this. He's like the pretty boy on set,
I think he looked great in Empire and Return, though, too.
but not as pretty as he did in.
But I think
A New Hope.
the reason I like his look, though, it made him look gruff. It made him
Yeah.
look like he's not a boy anymore. He's
Yeah.
turning into a man. I loved, honestly, Mark Hamill's a super underrated actor. Realistically,
Corvette Summer.
What's Corvette Summer?
That's a Mark
You
Hamill
don't
movie.
know? Maybe we should watch that.
Jesus, you knew that. Oh, hold on. It's Patti LaBelle.
Here she is. Nah, but
How did she not have a
obviously
Black Series action figure?
Obviously,
Not to be
y'all
racist.
know what. Also, he's famous for the Joker.
He's famous
The
for the Joker. He's
Joker.
also famous for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I'm just kidding. He's not in that. He's not in that.
I loved him in Biodome.
That's a horribly good movie.
So wait,
Bill
hold
and
on.
Ted?
This is not Tina Turner. This is not Patti LaBelle. Who is this?
We don't
Oh, is this
need
Dionne Warwick?
Thunderdome.
Is this Dionne Warwick?
No, it's the announcer said her name. And it's none of the above.
Starring Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford.
You know what was another great made by a network TV show is one of my favorite, probably my favorite bad movie of all time over Biodome is the Kiss movie. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Might be the greatest bad movie of all time.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Kiss Meets
Matter of
the
fact, I
Phantom
think
of
you're
the
making
Park?
it up.
No, the guys in Kiss, they were so popular in the 70s, right? And they were all about merchandising. And they were one of the biggest merchandising bands of all time.
Right?
They had a movie at Magic Mountain. They filmed the whole thing at Magic Mountain.
No way.
And Magic Mountain was haunted, so they sent in Kiss to go kick the ghost ass.
Of course
And it was called Kiss Meets the Phantom
Oh,
of the
you know
Park.
what? There is.
Look at the jewels.
And
in
they
this
all had
thing going on.
superpowers.
There
And
is
it
a-
was fantastic.
God, I don't know the name of it, but like during
Fantastic.
Halloween, as a kid, I used to always watch this Elvira movie, like Empress of the Dark or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's still,
Mistress of the Dark.
Yeah, Mistress of the Dark. I was like, dude, it's like a
Yeah.
fun,
I saw
it's
her
a
this
comedy.
year actually at
Her shirt was barely
Knott's.
taped on.
Yeah.
Her boobs would
Yeah,
bounce-
but she does her
bounce
yearly
around.
show at Knott's.
She's done though.
She's like
This is her last year. She's all
104.
done.
She's about 104.
She's about 104.
about 104 on the screen too.
Dionne Warwick there.
Yeah.
So another
No, he said it was Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle. Another question I have though is fuck, I forgot what my question was.
What's this? What's it say?
Your boy's commenting here.
Why did what's it say?
Why do the big bears talk to the other big bears?
That's what we're saying.
So-
it's
so-
15 minutes of Wookiee with no subtitles.
It's
the best movie
The
ever.
audience for sure did not tune out. They were like,
No.
"Oh, that's compelling."
Yeah,
This is-
So-
it's compelling.
like I almost imagine that David Lynch directed half of this. So, like,
he was supposed to.
yeah, Return of the Jedi.
he was
That's a true
supposed to.
story.
He was supposed to direct.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you guys. So
maybe that's probably why it's a Hallmark movie instead of not being a good movie.
What do you mean? It's not a good. It's a good movie.
No, it's terribly good is what I like to say.
all right. Let's not push it, but it's a good movie.
it's yeah, I don't know what's going on right here. I feel like
I don't know,
there's
but I'm looking
Okay,
at her
well,
cleavage.
let's give us some sound going on. What's going on here? Oh,
The only song we're
she sang a James Bond theme song, Rob, so that you could tie back to this.
ooh, I'm feeling like some old Sean Connery. Like
course
It
you
does.
are.
It
This
has
looks
that.
like a James Bondish type
this
thing.
this right here looks like the opening of like Moonraker with like
I'm Roger
Roger Moore. Oh,
That Moonraker
Hello,
was
Money
the very
Penny.
first James Bond movie I ever saw.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think mine
I'm
was
sorry.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, mine was Goldeneye. Actually, and actually, I like Moonraker, but
Yeah, no.
it's
When I
not
was a
the-
kid, I
not
thought Roger
the
Moore
huge
was the
favorite.
original and best James Bond because I had
Yeah.
only seen Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Well, Dave Baker makes it different. Dave Baker's favorite is George Lazenby.
Like the guy.
Hey, hold on. George Lazenby
Wait,
has
wait,
a
let's talk-
fantastic movie, by the way.
Dave Baker has the most overly thought out opinions I've ever heard of in my life. So
Isn't he?
If he's got, if
remind
he
me
has
of
a
Dave
reason
Baker.
for
Dave
something,
Baker has something to do with Stan Lee on a.
don't even start that.
Okay.
If anybody, listen,
I'm not
start with
going to
that.
say what he's going to say.
Okay,
'cause I'm
most,
not a fan of that,
most
but that
people
being said-
most people listening to this don't know who Dave
Dave Baker's a
Baker
former
is.
cast member here.
Friend of ours, former cast member. He has the most overly thought out opinions about everything. So if he's got a reason for something, it's usually worth listening to. I will give him kudos on that. It's usually worth. I'm not saying it's justified or even a good opinion, but it's usually worth listening to.
He likes
because there's a
Kamen
lot
Rider
of
Guy.
Kamen
know what's
Rider
Not
worth
Guy. He likes
listening to,
Amazon, and
too?
Amazon's not. This is like an acid trip.
You know,
Remember
this
when like
reminds me,
an
have you
effect
ever
like that
seen
was on broadcast TV?
Have you ever seen Earth, Wind, and Fire, Let's Groove Tonight music video? That's exactly the same thing.
So wait a minute. During this special, during this era of specials, they would do, this is a narrative, which also has actual musical pre-recorded performances in it. And an animated, so this is literally some guy must have been on LSD when he was like, listen, I got this idea.
It's a narrative.
It's going to be about Star Wars, and we're just going to like do the thing. And we're going to introduce this Wookiees family.
And here we go. We've got C-3PO on here as well with Carrie Fisher.
Goodness. Hey, how was your C-3PO
Okay,
accent
so
last
wait,
night?
is this Carrie Fisher's first appearance in here?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't seen her yet other than now.
Yeah. Okay. She's the one who brings it home. The only song we're actually going to tune into is when she sings the Life Day
Oh, yes.
Yep.
song at the end. Here's to Carrie Fisher.
Here's to Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
Legend.
Of all the fans that she made out with, I wasn't one of them.
You wish you were.
I don't give a fuck if
Sucks
she
to
was
be
like
you.
100 years old. I would have fucking...
Sucks to be you.
Did she make out with you?
No.
I was getting jealous for like a split
I was trying. I was like, maybe I
was
get him
like
going.
pulling off. I was trying to process it. I was like,
Sucks to be you.
he probably really did.
You know what, though,
I
honestly,
told you my Carrie Fisher
realistically,
story.
with Carrie Fisher, beautiful woman, beautiful lady when she, like throughout.
Now, because of that being, so quick of what they probably put this together in, does that look like one of those little bonnet things that you can go get to where you put over top of the ears?
They did a couple versions of that. Like for the first movie,
Yeah, for sure that
Like
has
those
to
are
be.
those
the
are like
first
ear
movie,
warmers.
they were doing her hair, I believe, and then like when she was doing cameos and things like that, they had a piece made for her. Once they had $1 bazillion.
And now we're back on Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, Sondon.
So wait, how do they know Chewie's parents? And do you think she thinks anything weird is going on with Chewie's dad and this dude, or is that Chewie's wife and that dude?
What's going on though?
She's expressing hope towards the traitor.
There's dialogue.
Look, I can see you're in good hands, Mala. I'll contact you.
Mala. She knows Mala.
Carrie Fisher's the only one who put in any effort on this.
Do you think that during the convention circuit, they're all at the guest, like the holiday special folks are at the guest, like you get
All right,
autographs
and
with
back with the Millennium Falcon.
with Mala?
Oh.
Actor that played Mala.
If they're not lining up for Mala, there's a big problem in the Star Wars universe. You know what's funny is that Carrie Fisher was a fan of the Star Wars special. She would play it at her parties to like at the end of the night to like.
Oh, I love this, by the way. So I really love that Harrison Ford's just kind of like.
He's just like, yeah, Chewie, we're gonna.
So it's a long walk. A little exercise never hurt anybody.
By the end of this, it's like they did all his scenes in one take. I feel.
Happy life.
Yeah, they did for sure.
Yeah, because
Happy life
he's like,
day.
hold on, let me just keep doing like a.
And
So-
then by
so
the
the-
end, he's just like, I'm calling in.
The premise of this is that they want to get Chewie back home for Life Day.
Yeah.
What about everybody else's family?
Life Day was big to the Wookiees.
No, this is just for the Wookiees.
Oh, just
no,
for the
yeah,
Wookiees.
yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Must be Chewbacca now.
Chewbacca now.
He-
Because, he serves they made something of the Chewbacca Life Debt and Life Day and.
You think this will be touched upon in the Han Solo movie?
Oh, here they come!
Stormtroopers.
Don't worry, stand right in front of
It's
them. They'll
called
miss
Star
you.
Troopers.
Star Troopers.
Did you just say Star Troopers?
I didn't mean to.
So this is interesting to me.
Oh, Mala.
So now, obviously, we've seen a lot of different stormtroopers throughout the years and how they how stealthy they become or whatnot. Would you be scared of these guys when they come in with their guns held up into like basically at the rafters?
Not if it was like that idiot that was at the bar last night.
True.
Because now we know that they
Obviously,
really can't see out of those helmets.
No, they can't.
I'd be like,
they can't see out of
"What's
the
up, dude?"
helmets, or the fact of stormtroopers hit their heads against things. They can't shoot.
Stormtroopers are goofs.
am I the only one drinking?
No, like we finished a bottle of champagne, dude.
We need more.
Well, I know we have another thing, right?
Thank
Right.
you. Producer Josh is on beer detail right now.
This is how we got to watch Life Day.
This unit is occupied.
Real would watch this completely sober. Let's be real
And
about
have.
this, though.
And have.
Many
One man
times.
child.
Oh.
Look at this guy's face.
The makeup on that's best. Rob did.
Thank you, Kat. I'm glad we can bring this weirdness into your life.
What is this?
Now-
I need one of those things.
Maybe I can be of some
Rob did make out with David Prowse though.
You did make out with David Prowse.
Well,
okay, wait. Here's a question for you guys.
No, because he told me lies, so we didn't.
Are we allowed? How much are we allowed to say? So, more so for you, Rob. Has anybody here ever dressed up as a Star Wars character? It's a weird question for you, Rob.
He doesn't like to talk about it.
He does not like to talk. I don't think he contractually can.
I can't really contractually say.
I break contracts all the time though, because I'm not a pussy.
Have you ever dressed up as a Star Wars character?
Actually, you know what? I can say something.
Wookiee.
I take that back. There was one Halloween that I did dress up like a scout biker. I had a buddy of mine that's in the 501st, Rob Clark. He let me use his costume one time for a Star Wars Halloween party.
Did you guys see that group of people in New York that dressed up as the scouts on the bikes, but they made the bikes and they were
they went through the streets.
They went through the streets, and even at the end, the cop chases them down.
Yeah,
gets them, and they just take all of them. It's kind of hilarious.
Come on, Mala, kick his ass.
This can't be the weirdest thing you've ever
He's
seen.
growling at her.
Your identification is in order.
Hey, Lent324 says Ro looks like General Ram Koda. You know
There
who Ram
you go.
Koda is?
I thought I had Kanan Jarrus hair.
You know who you look like? Realistically, you look like Riz Ahmed's character in
Rebels.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Oh, not Rebels, in Rogue One.
Who's the racist now? You know who you look like? That other Middle Eastern dude. The one Middle Eastern dude in the Star Wars universe? That looks like you.
But you know,
Hold on, just the face, just the eyes, just the eyes.
But you know who JD looks like? JD looks like the other guy in Rogue One.
Dang.
He does that.
The Asian guy with the beard.
Yeah.
You're the Asian guy with the beard.
Wow.
That's hilarious. You know who Daniel looks like? He looks like Forrest Whitaker in Rogue One.
How's that work? How does that work?
Don't tell me Daniel does not kind of look like Forrest Whitaker, just period. He looks like a young Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker,
with normal eyes.
Good Morning Vietnam, okay, maybe.
Daniel looks like a young Forrest Whitaker. Hey, can you grab 3 cups? Thank you. Oh, man, I love Star Wars Life Day. We got to do more of these kind of things.
Fuck yeah. This is.
Okay, let's talk about the scene. What's going on here? He can't open the box.
What's in the box?
Oh, that's
Come on, you need a Wookiee right next to you. They tear.
Okay, here's another question.
Okay, what
do you think Star Wars is opposed to hiring A-list actors for films that they haven't created? I should say.
Okay, no,
There's wine here now, guys. If you guys want.
They are not. They just won't do it to open a trilogy.
Yeah, they can't. Benicio del Toro's coming in.
Yeah. Laura Dern's coming in. Benicio del Toro's coming in. They will not do it in the opening of a franchise or a trilogy, let's say, because they don't want to take away.
Oh, Sir Alec Guinness. Yeah, that's a great point.
So what George Lucas says is he wanted to put more emphasis on the characters and not the actors.
Which I feel is the smart money move. I mean, Superman did the same thing.
That's how that's going to be going.
Not in the future, not here on out.
Well, I mean, listen, in fairness to what they've done so far, Felicity Jones wasn't a huge.
Wasn't it?
Super chat. Thanks so much, Larry. Cheers, buddy. We're drinking this one for you. Cheers, Larry.
Here we go.
Yeah. Wait,
I gotta pour. First, we gotta pour.
Can Larry? Have you seen Life Day before, or have seen the holiday special? Please let us know about this, Larry.
We're the first experience of Life Day for them.
Is this your freshie?
So here's the question. I mean, not a question, but here's a great comment that I do have.
Light.
Is you got to think Felicity Jones wasn't a huge star when she got Rogue One, right? Fair to say. Danny Yen might have been the biggest star. Well, Forrest Whitaker, obviously.
No, Forrest Whitaker was definitely. Oh no,
but not a big part.
Not a huge part, but yeah, Danny Yen was a big name for the raid.
Yeah, but no. Danny Yen's big in Asian cinema. I mean, guys like me go all the way back to like Iron Monkey with him. Right, or Fearless or Iron Monkey.
But no, that's a great point though, because even with this Han Solo movie that we're getting, obviously Donald Glover, which is a great choice by the way. Donald Glover, I feel like Woody Harrelson is a huge that has a lot of big stars in it, but they're not casting Han Solo as a big star.
No.
Super important.
And I think that's really important because when you're nurturing a character.
Oh, it's Jefferson Starship.
Yeah. When you're nurturing or grooming a new actor into such an iconic character, it really helps that you're not focused on somebody who has a big, huge body of defining work. Like, how many times have you watched Harrison Ford in other movies and just thought, oh, that's Indiana Jones, or oh, that's Han Solo?
Right.
Yeah, you got to be able to get away from that, or you don't have to, but it helps.
Yeah, I mean, because realistically, Superman's a great example. I can't really remember a time where they've cast on big screen a Superman that's been known.
Right.
You know, it's Christopher Reeve was a relative unknown.
He was
Brandon
not
Routh
huge
was
at the
unknown.
time. Right.
Henry Cavill also unknown. The only character that I feel that like it is a little distracting is Ben Affleck as Batman. Like,
to me, it's really distracting
because it's Ben Affleck playing Bat. It's, you know what I mean? It's not Batman being Batman.
So George Clooney was not distracting to you?
No, George Clooney was the worst because he was so distracting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just drunk. He was being sarcastic. I just caught that. I'm like, all right, well, we've been drinking a while.
Now, so with Star Wars though, they don't tend to go that route. And
you know what's really distracting is this.
That's
what's going on
in an amazing
screen.
kind of way, though. If we can get the Jefferson Starship action figures from the Black Series, that'd be amazing too.
I think Arnold should reprise his role as Freeze, though.
This is just magic.
Do you think a lot of people would be pissed if Arnold had a role in a Star Wars movie?
No. Yes, but this is magic.
All right, what one actor?
Can I turn it down now?
Yeah. No, I'm grooving.
I want to turn it down.
What one actor would you want to see in a Star Wars movie that you haven't seen yet?
I've been thinking about directors, but I haven't. Really
That's
thought
a great
about,
one too.
I haven't thought.
They need them.
We
lost this one, Josh.
I really want Guillermo del Toro on a Star Wars movie.
Dude, honestly, you know who else I was thinking about? Who I'd want is Luc Besson.
I don't know. Don't you think he's become a little hacky?
He's become tropey for sure, but what he did with the Fifth Element and the characters he's in.
Can I turn this off now? This audio off? Now?
It's magic.
It's not magic. It's not magic. Yeah, I like he's able to, like, very much like Guillermo del Toro, they're able to create like these intergalactic characters that don't take away from the film. I think that I wouldn't have him write it though. That's the only thing that I would be iffy on. I'd bring in a writer to write the film, but I'd have Luc Besson direct it.
So,
or David Lynch, because I would really like to see what would happen there.
I would love to see the cast of the Firefly, like the entire cast of the Firefly.
Listen, honestly,
a Firefly in a Star Wars movie.
You got one of them so far. Alan Tudyk was.
Yes, he was. We only got his voice. We only got his voice, but fucking, he was amazing.
He
was amazing.
Oh, so that's exactly what. Right, so that's a part of Rogue One that I liked a lot. It was comic relief, but it wasn't heavy-handed with comedy. Does that make sense?
No, it was appropriate comedy.
It was an appropriate amount of comedy. It was the perfect blend. Both, actually, The Force Awakens and that movie did a great blend of like, okay, we're going to give you comedic moments, but we're not going to make this... Because I love the Marvel Universe, but let's be real. Thor Ragnarok is a straight-up comedy.
Yeah. It was entertaining.
It's entertaining, but it's a straight-up comedy.
It's comedy.
And I don't know, I think I would be a little jarred.
Deadpool did the comedy better.
Yeah, for sure. But that's meant to be a comedy. Whereas it's harder for me to take Star Wars as I wouldn't want to take Star Wars as a comedy, if that makes any sense.
I feel like if you were going to do that, that would be a specific genre of show.
Or, like Detours.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not a whole lot of people know what Detours is. Would you like to elaborate on Detours?
I mean, on the Star Wars Trilogy page, I'm sure they know what it is. But Star Wars Detours was essentially Seth Rogen and Matthew Senreich.
Seth Rogen?
Sorry, Seth Green. Seth Green and Matthew Senreich, the guys who did Robot Chicken, they did a Star Wars parody show called Detours that was set to air on the Cartoon Network. But after it got purchased by Disney, it didn't end up happening. But now we'll see if it does.
I want to address something that Kat just brought up, and thank you, Kat, for always chiming in. Star Wars fans should watch Firefly, and there's a reason for that, because after the original trilogy, Firefly was a television series that was basically a new character, but it was Han Solo. What they did with Firefly with what's his name?
Malcolm?
The director.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. What Joss Whedon did was basically say, what would Han Solo's life had been like before Star Wars, and let's make a series around that. All new characters, but kind of on that principle. He's a
Star Wars fan film, essentially.
Yeah. It's basically a Star Wars fan film. If you have not seen the Firefly trilogy, which, another piece of trivia, put Netflix on the map.
Yeah.
Netflix was a failing entity, but people started subscribing to Netflix
because of
just
Firefly.
for Firefly.
Well,
that was
I
like
remember
their flagship
Firefly
in their,
being so popular and being on the wrong time slot on Fox.
Yeah, they fucked up Firefly from the beginning.
Let me tell you,
television networks.
And now he's about to play the crazy.
Oh, this is the anime. I've never seen this.
This is the best portion.
So that's our little editorial on Firefly. This is the first appearance of
Boba Fett.
Oh, wait, play this one because I've actually never seen this.
By our forces and by the Empire.
No talking.
Let's watch this, people.
No, I thought we had to talk over it so we don't get sick.
The talisman.
Oh, then yes, we should.
Which I think might be an improvement.
They made 3PO extra gay.
It's the Millennium Falcon.
What's the difference?
Semi-gay and extra gay.
Have made contact.
Try a lower channel.
Falcon, do you copy? Come in, Falcon.
What the fuck is that?
Well, where's Han?
That's him hanging upside down.
What is going on right now?
Radio contact.
I don't know.
Is that supposed to be Han Solo?
Basically, what's happening
Dude, that
is
looks like the
Chewie
villain.
and
That
them
looks like the
are...
villain
That's a Hobbit.
No,
that's the villain from
Chewie and Han
from-
were drinking and driving, and he just decided to flip upside
No,
down.
that guy was
He
the
goes,
villain from
Chewie
Sonic
and
the Hedgehog."
Chewie and Timey, we've been in this Falcon for too long.
He's either the villain from Sonic the Hedgehog or he's the villain from Mega Man. I'm
Oh,
not
that's
sure.
a good one.
Falcon is near impact.
Okay, so what are they on? Like a big wheel of cheese?
They're on an asteroid.
No,
Huh?
that looks like
Take
white cheddar.
R2 with you.
What'd he say?
This part was
He said
definitely
you
for the kids.
farted and you need to like use a restroom or something.
Why is 3PO acting like
I'm
this?
telling you, that's normal. That's normal. They want to make it more realistic in the
C-3PO
cartoon.
sassy, bro.
Looks like he's spotting on us. I know, but I don't think he means to hit us. Chewie's a better shot than that.
That's a great
What's this
comment.
comment? You guys are talking my traditional bullet of this here. I skip
This is
dragging.
Y4 to base.
Here, I got my
Heading
copy.
straight for a moon.
Well, hey, Michael O'Manion, thank you for watching it with us.
Yeah.
Dude, the
It
people
brings
in Star
us all
Wars
together
trilogy
for
babe are
Life Day.
amazing.
Ooh, this is they fell into the planet of
Hang on, R2.
strawberry jam.
I'll be 1,000% honest with you though. Like this art and this style, I kind of dig.
No,
Like
the
Yeah.
art is dope.
it's
but-
almost like a throwback to me of like these retro comics, but it's
Yeah.
like
You've
the
seen
animation's
pictures
actually pretty cool.
You've seen pictures of Boba Fett on here, right?
yeah.
Okay, because he's actually fairly cool looking in this.
and they already mentioned the talisman.
Wait, look at the detail on the ship though.
No, this is like, remember that cartoon Heavy Metal? This is
Heavy Metal,
This
yeah.
is very
Yes,
heavy
how about
metal.
R2?
I put up peace signs, but I meant to
Our
throw up metal
comlinks
signs.
are out. We can't contact the base.
So-
Now, was this all voiced by Mark Hamill and everybody else?
Yeah.
Where are you going, sir?
To see if I can locate the Falcon by visual sighting. Maybe
This
it's
definitely was the
close
first thing.
This
they
is
thought
the
of.
first
Mark can't show up on
visual
set.
of, Nessie.
He is too hurt. We have to figure something else out.
There's Nessie.
Like, okay, we can take makeup on his face, so let's do a thing.
Nessie's
Bye,
like,
Kat.
I
Thank
want,
you for
I want
joining
a bite of a Y-wing because I'm hungry with my jam.
Yeah, do we got any
Just
snacks?
leave this
for
here.
Life Day here?
Oh, it's Boba Fett. Boba Fett.
Whoa, he looks more like Jango Fett.
Well, I mean, you know, he altered the armor after his father passed away, so.
You saved my life. Thank you.
You are alone?
I have two.
Now, was this
droids.
the same voice that voiced Boba Fett in the films?
No.
No.
Maybe I can help you.
There's like
I am
7
Boba
different
Fett.
Boba Fetts.
The
John
ship
Hamm
you
being
seek
one of
is
them.
nearby.
Are the
Now,
Imperial troops
when did
near
we
this planet?
establish
They are here,
the Mandalorian?
Growing more powerful.
When did the fact
How
that
far away?
Boba Fett was the Mandalorian?
Not until like some of the books came out.
This is all we have, but he's welcome to it.
You are foolish to waste
Why
your
is there a
kindness on this
dinosaur?
dumb creature.
Because Boba Fett was a fan of
Oh.
Land Before Time. Okay? He was like, hey, can I holler like with Petrie and like some Ducky and like...
Beware of my magic trick
Yeah.
sword.
Oh wow, this is pretty.
Yeah.
Follow me, friend.
This really sets the tone of Boba Fett not being a
To trust him so quickly.
He's a gun for hire, but here he's a nice guy.
And besides,
Well, he called him
he seems
friend
like a
too, by the way.
Well, not only that, he said he doesn't have any left for the Empire. So
That's right.
Indeed.
But I guess hey, sometimes your kids got to eat. You know what I mean?
Did
Well,
Arjun
and
say
at this
that?
point too, you know, they have the conflict between Han and Boba, but where's Han when Luke decides to befriend Boba Fett?
Well, notice Han is not in the scene.
Chewie,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
got the
Yeah.
talisman. What's wrong?
Whoa.
Boba Fett, no! He's a friend.
He's a friend, bro.
Oh, this is where it starts.
He's got Wonder Woman's lasso.
That's
Give
like
me the
Omega
truth.
Red from the X-Men.
R2-D2
Why
has
does
detected
Chewbacca
contamination.
kind of look like a Dr. Seuss
Must
character?
have come from the talisman.
Why do they all look like Dr. Seuss? This is the...
Some kind of sleeping virus that only affects humans. He says the only way to keep them alive is to let the blood rush at their heads.
I know this sleeping virus the Empire uses on its enemies. They have a remedy for it in the city. I could get some for you.
I'm afraid Chewbacca insists on going with you.
You will only get in the way.
Honestly, this is my first time seeing this animated thing, and I kind of dig it.
So what happened to the rest of those comments?
I think you got to click on the video. I dig it. I think you got to click on the video. Rob, Julia wants to know why don't you have a language translator?
I think
Julia,
that was during the Wookiee scene.
Well, we're gonna get back to the Wookiee scene, Tom and Julia. If you're still watching this, we're gonna be doing some commentary,
Kinda
hopefully,
sick,
about
though,
this later.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised that I haven't
Hey, we
seen
got
anybody
another
comment on this.
guys. We got another.
Yo, Van Jarman.
Van
What
Jarman.
up? Thank you so much for the super
Thanks,
chat.
dude.
We appreciate it.
Super chatted up.
Dude, Van.
Van, appreciate that,
Bringing
man.
it.
So why haven't we seen? Whoa, is that a dildo? Never mind.
Ah.
It does. Tell me that didn't look like a dildo.
No, but
upset.
what is... Look.
It's like a.
Oh, wait. I
That's
kicked the,
us. Yeah,
I
you
kicked
clicked
the
us.
volume back on. Sorry, guys.
So why haven't we seen this Boba Fett cosplayed?
We have. There's been lots of cuts. Actually, I want to say Daniel Logan did a picture of all 3 Boba Fetts on there.
Oh, really?
On his page at one
Daniel
point.
Logan's supposed to be coming on this show pretty soon.
Oh, fantastic! He had a picture a little while ago of
Check out the beats on Lumpy.
Tamara Morrison and Jeremy Bullock in the different costumes.
Lumpy's rocking some beats.
Lumpy is kind of adorable though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although
He's
Lumpy
no porg. He's no
He's
porg.
about the DJ right now.
Although Lumpy kind of
drop
reminds
the
me
bass,
of
Lumpy.
The Grinch is So Christmas with a little bit more.
Sarah
brown
said,
hair.
"What did she just walk into?"
Oh,
you should be here for Life Day.
Yeah, it's Life Day.
Dude, Lumpy's about to bring the bass right now. He's about to drop it.
Ones and twos. Ones and twos. Here we go. Oh, he's watching the cartoon. They are upside down.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. They're watching the animated
Yes.
cartoon about the situation.
Yeah, that's what he's watching.
I don't understand. This is definitely
No,
David Lynch directed this.
Vader.
You're going way too far into this right now. You're thinking to yourself, this is supposed to make sense.
This is David Lynch directed this. David Lynch's first animated thing.
Wait, Vader's talking.
Bounty hunter of the galaxy.
Oh no. What will we do now?
So here's a question. Everybody always talks about who they would want to narrate their life, and a lot of people say Morgan Freeman. Me personally, I would choose
James
James
Earl
Earl
Jones.
Jones.
You can't get any better than that, right?
100%.
He needs to live forever.
Yeah, he's getting up there,
It
though.
makes me worried, actually. No joke.
He's getting up there.
He has such an iconic voice. But in fairness, there's a lot of... Oh, yes, Van. This is the mythical Christmas special.
That's right.
You tuned in at the right
Welcome.
time for this because we are celebrating Life Day here with my 2 great buddies, Ro and Rob.
Here's to Life Day.
Here's to
Life Day.
We are
Thanks for joining
celebrating,
in.
What happened?
Maverick was supposed to be here with us tonight. She unfortunately couldn't make it. But we are celebrating Life Day. We're going to be we're watching the holiday special.
Our friend Boba found serum for the
If you
This is
where his friend Boba.
This is where Han and Boba.
Hold on.
Like, are
Now this is
buddies.
where he probably goes. You tripped over my shoe, and I'm gonna hate
Ford,
you
Boy, that was
forever.
an acid tripped R2D. Harrison Ford sounds like he literally was drinking about 6 shots of tequila. Was like, yeah, we're gonna record this. Let's do this.
Oh, by the way, speaking of acid trips, hey Sarah, let's talk about doing drugs on the air.
Hold
we
on.
should
Sarah
get a
said
bunch of-
James Earl Jones can never die. He needs that potion from the death.
We'll meet again.
Death becomes her.
Becomes-
Another
Good bad movie.
I think we mentioned Cher
Wait, I
earlier.
don't think I've ever seen that. Is that
Goldie Hawn and Cher.
Goldie Hawn. No, it's
Meryl
it's
Streep,
Meryl
right?
Streep and Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Meryl Streep, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Are you sure Cher wasn't in it?
No.
No, I know what you're thinking of. Though.
No, you
Yeah,
stop
Rob,
that.
Patti LaBelle.
Can we
I
just
didn't
talk
say
about
Patti
Cher?
LaBelle. That was Josh.
No, but
No, who did you say?
I said Whitney Houston.
That wasn't any better, dude.
Patti
James
LaBelle
Earl
and
Jones
Whitney.
Lion King. That's right, Larry. Long live the king.
Signing off.
Mufasa.
No, but we should watch this section again. This whole movie on drugs. I would be so down for that.
This is gonna be a Vice. This is gonna turn into a Vice episode. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Okay, you'll chaperone.
Hold on. This is where they didn't have their permit, and she didn't have enough food from the stir whip lady to feed them with the Bantha Supremes.
You mean for the Bantha special?
Yeah.
Or whatever?
So this is they're getting irritated because also Lumpy would not let them watch the cartoon.
Isabella Rossellini, she was so hot. She still is.
Oh, don't mess with the toy, dude. Come on.
Wait.
Come on.
What is that? Is that a?
That's
a Bantha.
Why would you?
It looks like the thing from the book.
I'm so mad right now. I don't remember this part.
You know, they made it
where the wild things are.
Where the wild things are, right? I don't know. I got really excited.
I'm really excited about where the wild things are.
What an Imperial douchebag.
Really excited about that.
That guy's a douche canoe. Why would you do that to poor old Fluffy?
You know what though? I will say this. Let's respect.
There's nothing up there.
Let's respect the stormtrooper costume design because it hasn't changed a lot throughout the years, but it
holds up.
It holds up. It looks amazing even to this day.
So he knew they were going through all of this stuff. So he's like, I'm about to just listen to my music and say, screw y'all. I'm watching TV.
He had to take up the beats.
Y'all are
take
done.
up the beats, little Jezzer.
Y'all are done.
Looks like Gary Coleman.
Looks like Jezzer. We should just start calling Jezzer Lumpy.
Jezzer's on here now. Hey, Jezzer.
Oh, hey, Lumpy.
Hey, Jezzer.
I love Jezzer. He's great, though. When Jezzer gets drunk, we're gonna start calling him Lumpy because he acts just like this dude
from Spaceballs. No, it's not the dude from Spaceballs.
I love it. He's so emotional.
Yeah, because you messed with his toy.
Well, they just made a Bantha surprise. I don't know how much.
Yeah, they made a Bantha surprise, but it's a toy, and he ripped his head off. Now we can cook it.
Well, Mala's taking matters into her own.
Mala's like, no, just put it in the fryer, honey.
Look at these random designs right up here.
No, that's his artwork from art class.
Oh man.
All right, go to sleep, little guy.
You have so much fur on you. You're not gonna need a blanket.
You don't need to stay. You're not gonna be cold at all tonight. Good night.
You seen Rogan's bit on Joe Rogan's bit on Chewbacca?
No. Hold on.
He's walking around with no pants. Why can't we see his dick? He's like 8 feet tall. He should have an eel hanging between his legs.
The emotion.
Oh.
He's like, all my toys.
Let me ask you guys a question.
All my
if
toys.
you guys saw a Mala cosplayer, are you ever going to be able to really tell Mala apart?
Actually, you know what I'm going to be? I'm going to go up to her and be like, where's my Bantha?
Dude, how hot
Jezzer's like, what is this? Dude. Well, you guys walked into the best live stream on YouTube right now.
In history of YouTube.
It's literally, we're talking about Life Day and the Star Wars holiday
Here's
special.
the Life Day.
So down here.
And I'm here, so we're doing extra drinking.
And
Star Wars
more Hollywood Squares. This is actually another James Bond gadget that they decided
That's like
to use.
a Moog, actually. It looks like an analog synth, an old school analog synth. With lots of money.
I took a quick glance. It looked like he opened a suitcase and it looked like he was trying to sell me Rolexes and earrings.
He just decided to
I'll take one.
throw on like a QVC to watch. What's it?
Chewie has a penis like a picture of an
elephant until it's needed. I think you should show that.
Your comment has been flagged.
Needs been flagged.
You're not going to see it,
Sarah.
You used the word.
Show the comment. Show the comment.
There we go.
Yeah, show it.
You used the word penis. You got flagged.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on? This guy.
Oh, remix!
Drop it!
A little bit of a remix.
Yeah, here we go.
Full on Max Headroom.
No joke. That was literally what David Lynch was doing in the new Twin Peaks. Like, that was a lot of what Twin Peaks was. Oh, David Lynch directed this, I think.
More Hollywood Squares!
More Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, the QVC Hollywood Squares show.
Oh, that's a joint.
Because it makes a very handy storage case for your tools.
Ooh.
See? That was the chick. I said, it's a dude.
Wait, is that the same person?
It's the same person. It's the...
Oh, it's a Sir Whip?
No way.
Are we sure?
That's Paul Lind. Thank you, Josh. Paul Lind.
Sarah goes, how do I show it?
Your penis?
How do you show your penis? I don't know.
It's pretty easy.
Well, this is a Star Wars universe. I don't know.
That is the creepiest thing. Did you see that?
Whoa.
This is David Lynch, man.
Ooh.
Now,
And he was in Spaceballs.
Was he?
Yeah.
Who was he in Spaceballs?
Wasn't Paul Lynde in
By the way, let's
Spaceballs?
start calling these components by their proper names.
Yeah, he was an Imperial officer in
Van
Spaceballs.
says that looks like Hedy Lamarr from Blazing Saddles, I'm guessing?
It is.
It is it?
It is.
Jezzer, did you just type in Chewbacca's penis just to say Chewbacca's penis?
I wish I had Chewbacca's penis.
He's lumpy. Jezzer's lumpy. Lumpy.
Remember, everyone.
Good lord. I think you just sucked that wine down just because
Where are we gonna get that? Is this the part where he gets like started we get the Wookiee masturbation?
There should be Star Wars themed furry night.
Star Wars what?
Themed furry night, like the fucking.
So
furry.
it's all Wookiees.
All Wookiees.
And no tauntauns. We get tauntauns.
Tauntauns and Wookiees just banging in the hallways of hotels.
So that would make sense for the smell.
Raping porgs.
The smell.
Oh, no, you can't rape porgs.
Come on, man. Jezzer, what did this come from?
This came out before 82.
This is like 19.
This is
79.
Of the impulse to voice translator. The impulse to voice
We're referring. We're going to the judges on this one, folks.
Electronic energy which you provide.
Latest
Hold on. Let's see if they know.
Languages. We must remain alert for this.
Does anybody know what year this came out?
I think
78.
78. It's the year after.
Let's refresh.
Man, that sounds so creepy and amazing. I'm telling you, I think David Lynch directed this. He probably didn't, but
he might have. This was Corman?
I'm telling you, I think David Lynch. You thought Roger Corman directed this? It has to be an Ewok or Wookiee night. Anything Fury, no discrimination.
Oh, there's all the comments. I was like wondering where happened all the comments. So they're all here.
It has to be.
We missed. Sorry, guys.
Paula Dean of Star Wars.
We missed all your comments here. Sorry,
Well, now we'll catch up. We'll catch up.
Brandon Shupak and Kelly Weinbrandt. Sorry, we missed y'all. We missed all. I unmuted it.
Well, what's some of the comments we've got on here? What do they say?
Well, just some commentary. Nothing. Bantha, not as tasty as Porg. Very, very good observation.
Did you guys see the last trailer where Chewie kind of backhands the Porg?
Yeah, I'm. There is the original. The first time we saw the Porgs, we saw them kind of like with teeth going. Ah! So I'm wondering if they're kind of a little bit of a nuisance.
Oh, this is the cantina scene. We're getting really
Time
close.
for the Golden Girls,
We're getting
boys.
close to Bea Arthur. Here we go.
Oh man, I love this stuff.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye, Sarah.
Go and do your drugs now.
She's in Vegas still, right?
Is she in Vegas?
She's in Vegas, yeah.
Dude, I dropped so
These monsters look creepy as shit.
I got so many comps in Vegas. When you guys want to go? I dropped so much money.
This is like how the cantina went though. Like the original cantina, they look like they took the costumes from New Hope and just decided to. Hey,
well, yeah, it's the same cantina, fucker.
That's what I'm saying. Except for that guy, he's not coming in the sequel.
He's getting butt raped in the back room by Imperial
by
officers.
that guy.
Imperial officers. Oh yeah.
More Paul Lynde.
Oh, here he comes.
You don't even know. You're like, who the hell's Paul Lynde?
I'm all about the Paul Lynde.
Here she
we got some
is.
Bea Arthur.
Bea Arthur.
It's all about the Hollywood Squares.
Golden Girls, baby. So is this canon for? Yes.
It's very canon Hollywood Squares.
Well, at least
in
parts
the Hollywood
of this.
Squares verse, it's canon.
And parts of this is canon, though, right? The animated thing that Boba Fett was in, that's canon.
Bea Arthur's canon.
Bea Arthur's canon. Lumpy's canon.
Lumpy has become canon.
Is
Life
Mala
Day.
canon?
Life Day is canon. I don't know if Mala's canon. Is Mala canon?
I want to say she is, actually.
I feel like she is.
I feel like I read something that Mala was canon. Or at least I read that could be completely wrong. Maybe I thought I read a novel where Mala was in it, but I just realized that extended universe stuff doesn't qualify as books anymore.
I just wonder why those scenes of Vader were they? They look like they were supposed to be on a Star Destroyer, but it looked like the same scenes from the Death Star.
Could have been. Definitely could have been.
That's
convenient. Way to go, Paul Lynde.
That's convenient.
Way to go, Bea Arthur.
Right here, Bea Arthur in her life is like, well, I got Golden Girls to fall back on.
This is way before Golden Girls. Golden Girls was the 80s. This is when she was young and hot.
Well,
it's like, how did you become Bea Arthur? Was there a time when you actually didn't have gray hair?
No, she was like, there was a time I was a bartender at this cantina.
When
her hair's completely white in the 70s.
How old do you think it was called the Golden Girls? How old do you think they were?
At what point did she become like a Hollywood person?
I always think about that about certain people sometimes. Like, did you like Steve Martin?
Was she discovered at 70?
Steve
Martin's always had white hair.
Steve Martin, I feel, came out with birth with white hair.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of Steve Martin with any other colored hair besides white.
Agreed.
Maybe in the original Nutty Professor in like 1952, where he had like black hair. Or it was like probably in the 60s. 52? I don't know. He was like in the 60s though for sure. Hey Josh, when did Steve Martin? Is it like the original Nutty Professor like the 60s, right? And that's Steve Martin. Jerry Lewis. Dude, all of tonight we fucked this up so bad.
Wow.
Patti LaBelle and Whitney Houston.
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis.
That was fucking amazing.
Wait, he was in an old movie though where he had like black hair at some point, right?
Nah.
He's been in a bunch of old movies.
But I feel like I always see him with white hair though.
I've only seen him with white hair.
If Steve Martin appears in a Star Wars movie, I'll flip my shit though. He's great.
In all seriousness, if we're talking about Steve Martin, I heard his book is amazing, and if you get the audiobook version of it,
it's narrated
by
yeah,
him,
awesome.
and I heard it's fucking like 7 hours of amazing.
No joke, I'm a huge Steve Martin fan.
Yeah, me too.
You know what? That's something else you don't see.
Man with two brains, fucking brilliant.
Well, he's a brilliant comedian. Not only that, but
and
planes, trains, and automobiles. He's also he's a great physical comedian.
And what's interesting about him in his book, though, a little bit that I did read, total introvert.
Oh, really?
Total introvert. Really uncomfortable with his own success.
This scene right here, though.
That guy looks creepy as shit.
I wonder how many times they had to do that without her not like missing his head. They're like, hey, we got to redo this again.
Okay, here's a good question.
Now he's feeling
it. Like the Muzak version of the...
Good question for all you guys out here in Star Wars world. What?
I always used to think that said oil on the back of the Stormtroopers when I was a kid.
That's
their oil pack. Yeah, it's their oil pack.
What franchise would you like to see, if it possible, if you could see Star Wars crossover with another franchise, what would it be?
To another franchise?
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Really?
Yep.
That's an easy one.
See, for me,
that's an easy one.
I wouldn't go
Why
full
is that
universe.
easy? That's completely different.
Well,
it is different, but it's expected.
I wouldn't go full universe.
Not necessarily.
I would probably say, me personally, I would like to see the Guardians of the Galaxy in the Star Wars world, not necessarily Star Wars in the Marvel world. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I would like to see just the Guardians of the Galaxy in the Star Wars.
I can
world.
see that, but that's kind of
Firefly was my Mal. Mal and his crew.
We almost need a moment of silence for this song.
Fast and the Furious, I'm assuming.
Dude, no, Biodome. I would love to see fucking Han Solo and Chewie stuck in the Biodome. No, seriously, franchise crossover? I've given this some thought, and Firefly is always the first one that comes up. The new Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, that's a good call. But it had to be far in the future, I feel like.
Yeah. Like, I kind of feel like the spin-off stories like Caprica?
Yeah.
They had a Star Wars kind of feel to me.
24.
Like it's not bad.
24?
That's actually not bad.
That's not a bad idea.
Star Wars in the day.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Do you count time the same way? Because time is all based on the sun, right? 24 hours in a day. Do you count time the same way in the Star Wars universe, depending on what
I mean, do you know how fast the Kessel Run was?
Because we already saw.
Yeah. I got someone to give me a little bit of support. No,
Ro came up with a great one. Star Wars in Tatooine Drift.
Yeah.
The spin-off series.
Just don't hire Lucas Black again, please.
When I watched Rogue One, I always thought about dude, it'd be so dope if they did that reality show Lockup.
Yeah.
The prison show. If they did mixed Rogue One and Lockup, because you see her in the beginning in those jail cells, and I just kind of pictured Lockup when I first saw Rogue One. Yeah, I think that would be a good one. I don't know. I have some weird mashups that I'd like to see.
I think that yours was a reality TV show.
Yeah,
by the way.
50 Shades of Daisy Ridley, things like that.
Honestly, a Jabba the Hutt like gangster movie would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope. And that's when I brought that up before, and we've talked about Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, that would actually be a really good idea with Guillermo del Toro to do that one.
Yeah,
because I mean,
he's the best with monsters.
It's like how do you do a Star Wars slug a character and like Guillermo del Toro is the one dude that could probably do it though.
I want her to sing.
They can hear the banging.
She's like, "Don't make me sing. Don't make me sing."
Don't
make me sing. Don't make me sing, Bea Arthur. Don't make me sing.
I really want to see the classics when Star Wars was like the Frank Sinatra era where they were just singing.
Play that haunting tune.
Brat Pack, yeah.
Play that haunting tune you play. You mean that one? Yeah, that only one.
Who's a better bounty hunter, Boba Fett or Jules? Jules, it was Jules.
Oh, here goes.
From Firefly. Jules.
Ooh, he was a fucking amazing.
Who's a better bounty hunter?
I would go with the Firefly with Jules.
Jules Irving.
But
Jules Irving's probably not his name. It's Jules something.
I don't remember what it is. But creepy dude. I would put Cad Bane over him though if I got if I had the choice.
Not necessarily though, because you know what Cad Bane was? He was essentially what Boba Fett was there to begin with. They just didn't have the duster hat.
I don't know what this guy's talking about. I'm just saying Cad Bane overall is just like...
No. You're talking about Cad Bane. He's the bounty hunter of being said Clint Eastwood. He looks like Clint Eastwood.
Definitely.
That's what Boba Fett is to begin with, without the duster hat.
Boba Fett looks cooler though, but I agree with Ro that Cad Bane,
in terms of badassness,
like I'm actually a little surprised we haven't seen Cad Bane.
You've seen more seen more of a story of Cad Bane than technically Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
Which is kind of sad because Boba Fett's been around a lot longer.
But Boba Fett has such an anticlimactic ending.
He does.
True. But do we know what happens to Cad Bane?
Well,
he's probably in the Sarlacc pit with him.
As far as we know, he lives. I mean, as far as we know, we don't know.
Bea Arthur song.
That's what I was paying attention to. I didn't know what you were saying. I was listening to Bea. That's why I was going with it.
You were in the right place.
I was with the Golden Girl.
Your mind was in the right place. Interesting. So yeah, iconic bounty hunters. Star Wars has the most iconic bounty hunters. From IG-88, you know, to Boba Fett, obviously Cad Bane. Is there any character that you'd want to see get their own spin-off?
Manda Ponda. Or Ponda.
Well, we talked about, I don't know if we talked about this on air or off air, but we're hoping to see Ahsoka in the future.
Banda Ponda. That's
we talked about it off air.
That's Banda Ponda, right?
I don't know.
Right here.
Banda
She's
Ponda,
dancing.
that is.
Banda Ponda. I want to see a spin-off of Banda Ponda.
Okay. I'm not.
You're not sold on it? Why not?
Not sold on that. I don't have enough backstory on him to go with it.
I mean, he was an artist who got his hand chopped off by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're
he was an
100%
artist.
right.
Now he can never draw again.
It's the first time we saw a lightsaber in a violent scene.
This is true.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Sure was. Actually, if I may be corrected off that, other than the fact of Obi-Wan actually showing the lightsaber to Luke, I think that's the only other time it was actually used.
No, it's the first time.
Does it strike down the Jawas?
No. Because he shows Luke and talks about it, and then all of a sudden they go.
But it's not until they go and visit.
They visit Han and Chewie in the
until they're in the.
By the way, I want to just let you guys know this on Twitter. We got a like on Twitter for this stream. This stream right here that we're doing.
Wait, we're on. I thought we let Twitter go.
No. We got a like on Twitter right now. We have like 5,000 followers on Twitter. Like by Bad Movie Night.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
That's what we're going for.
Shout out. Go and follow Bad at Movie Night. But like that's amazing that they were like, we gotta retweet this.
Honestly, talking about bad movies, it's not a bad movie, but it's a B movie. Army of Darkness.
I like Army of
classic.
Darkness.
Those are classics,
it's a classic. It's a classic B movie.
Shout out to MSU for doing a good movie.
I said Paul.
Sam
Raimi. Star Wars would be fucking amazing.
Would it though? Because Spider-Man 3 wasn't great.
No, it wasn't.
There was a Spider-Man 3?
You said Luc Besson, and both of these guys.
No, I agree with you. Like, I know
they may have both passed their heyday.
No, yeah, I totally agree. You know who would be a great Star Wars director,
this is
honestly, is
a
Patty
touching
Jenkins.
moment.
That's not a bad call.
Patty
That's not a
Jenkins,
bad call.
she not only would she be the first female director, but she did Wonder Woman. I think she could do a great Star Wars movie. And especially now, that if you really realize it, in the new iteration of Star Wars films we've gotten, they've been female-heavy centric characters, which I think is great. Rey is an amazing character.
I love Rey,
but even more so than Rey, I'm a huge fan of Felicity Jones and
I want to see
a
movie all about the cantina.
I do too. I tell Ro this all the time. Actually,
Stories from the Cantina.
Yeah, man, it's such a good book.
But I want Bea Arthur to be back.
You get the team who did Black Mirror to do a cantina.
Dude, that's a really good idea.
Yeah,
actually.
you get the team that did Black Mirror to cross over.
CGI.
So it's official. She's dead, right?
It's official.
Okay.
No, realistically, that's a great idea for like a Star Wars standalone, like Netflix or even Disney streaming series. Like what happened in the cantina, like
and
all these stories.
This right here, actually, Bea Arthur decided to dress up in a stormtrooper costume and be like in the background.
Daniel Craig's in this scene, actually.
Is he?
He's a baby. He's an infant. I don't even think Daniel.
No,
Craig
he's actually fluffy.
I thought that was...
Or Squishy. What's the little one's name again?
Kevin Smith.
That's Lumpy.
Lumpy. So
Kevin Smith... Let me get this right. Kevin Smith only voiced one of this.
Right, he wasn't actually...
And the Prince Henry and Prince...
Do you think Kevin Smith would fuck up a Star Wars movie? Some people have talked about, well, Kevin Smith loves Star Wars and he'd be great for it. I think he'd fuck it up.
I think sometimes
he's pretty good at fucking up a movie.
I think sometimes you get blinded by the fandom.
Did you watch episode 1?
Oh, let me ask you. I did have a question about episode 2, actually. Is NSYNC actually in that movie?
They're right next to E.T.
No, seriously. I'm dead serious.
Because I have no idea. They shot footage of them.
NSYNC is rumored to have been in Star Wars Episode 2.
I've never seen them.
Nobody has.
Nobody has.
So I would always tell Ro, if I ever, I was going to say my junket, it's not going to be with George Lucas. I don't think George Lucas is going to do it. But I want to ask somebody about NSYNC in the movie. I think that's the footage that we got to find.
That is something that you and I have talked about for a long time. And for whatever reason, I'm pinching my own nipple. But
because you're enamored by this scene. Because this is the scene when Chewie gets back.
Chewie's back on Kashyyyk.
And wait for the stunts. This is the dramatic.
Look,
scene
Han's putting a little effort in.
This is sometimes me.
Scene.
This scene right here is me saving Jezzer from his drunken nights.
That is a famous scream. Did you not hear that?
No, what was this?
That's a famous scream.
I had no idea about this.
It's the where they fall, and I forget the name of it. If Josh could pull that scream up, it's a famous scream. They use it in Indiana Jones.
I don't think he's gonna pull that scream up.
No, I'm serious. It's a famous scream that is used in a lot of older '80s films.
We're coming up to some fucking Hollywood magic, though. Real soon here. Let's be honest. These scenes coming up are pure magic.
I'm looking it up because I know it's a famous scream.
Is one person still with us that started?
I'm sure.
I don't think so.
100%.
I think people have checked out.
So wait, let me ask you.
Movie.
So back to
the Wilmer scream. It's called the Wilhelm scream. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That was the Wilhelm scream right there.
They used it in the original Star Wars too for R2.
When they fall.
Not for R2.
The guy falls off.
For
it's a guy. He falls off. He falls off the edge of the Death Star, and he goes, "Oh!"
So was NSYNC in Star Wars?
No, but Backstreet Boys.
No, seriously, you don't know about this? Are you not familiar?
NSYNC was in. I thought.
So
it was
did you not hear about this thing?
No.
I thought it was.
So George Lucas's fans. No, it's two. George Lucas's daughters were such big fans of NSYNC. And NSYNC went out publicly and said that they were in Star Wars Episode 2, but they got cut out.
Oh, sorry. Let me mute this.
You find it. Yeah, we do have.
No, that was.
I wish we could pull up I'd love to pull up an interview with Joey Fatone.
Did you know Joey Fatone has a hot dog stand now? He
oh man, how the mighty have fallen.
So NSYNC appears to have secretly ended up in the Star Wars movie. So apparently they're saying the footage made it in. But the original story was George Lucas's daughters, and he's got a couple of adopted daughters. I don't know if it was his real daughter or his adopted daughters. One of them. Huge NSYNC
And we
fan.
also got to realize at the time NSYNC was the biggest.
They were the biggest band in the world
Yeah.
at the time, right?
I found them. They're in the back.
So
Is that right?
They were supposed to, but that is the scene that they're
That's the
supposed
scene
to
that's
be
supposed to
in.
be in, though.
They came on, and George Lucas invited them on to. So I don't know. Is that actual? Is that
I don't think that's
Photoshop?
actual, but that's what I've seen.
They
Let me
were.
see.
They were.
Oh, but this if Chewbacca meets Nala. Look at that. It's so pretty.
That could be NSYNC. Who knows?
Yeah. So you know,
looks like
he
Backstreet
shot them
Boys.
as Jedi in that battle, and the fandom fucking had a conniption fit.
But in fairness, though, realistically, I understand that because if you were to tell us right now that you're gonna put like, what's a hot like if you like run One Direction or something, right?
Yeah.
I, as a Star Wars fan now, I'd be like, what? Why?
Yeah.
What? Like,
We're making
I get it.
Harry Styles a fucking Jedi.
Well,
you.
in
Why
fairness,
did he
though,
get to?
Harry Styles is a pretty good actor. I saw him in that Dunkirk movie. I'd be all right with
Dunkirk
it.
I haven't
was
seen it yet.
fantastic.
Dunkirk was good, but
I heard he's got good hair.
I would be okay with it if it was actually done for the story purpose. But if it's done just for a gimmick, I think because it dilutes the brand at that point, right? It's like
No, that's
it's the Bea Arthur gimmick.
What people fucking
Yeah, but Bea Arthur
Here's-
wasn't even popular at that point.
here's what people
Was
have
Bea
a problem
Arthur
with.
popular at any
Was
point
she?
besides Golden
No,
Girls?
but here's what
She was
people have a
before
problem.
Golden Girls?
People have a problem with
Oh.
with stardom pushing their weight around.
No, I agree with
Hey, we're famous now. We want to be in the Star Wars.
but it is
movie.
happening though. Look at Prince Harry and Prince William.
Daniel
Yeah,
Craig.
right?
It happens. Or yeah, exactly.
Listen, how pissed would you be if they were gonna be like, oh, the Kardashian sisters are gonna be the next Star Wars?
they
movie?
love Star Wars so much, we're gonna let
Like,
them be
I'd be-
stormtroopers.
as a fan, I would be
fuck you.
upset.
That you had to fucking Photoshop her ass. That's not a Kardashian.
I mean, that being said, Kanye West taking one of the main roles of any Star Wars character would make me pissed.
Yeah, me too. I agree with that, and that's exactly why. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm not saying that I wouldn't be objective or I wouldn't be
Which pop culture icon would be acceptable?
acceptable to me. That's a great question.
Yeah,
Very good question.
pop culture icon. Like if Donald Trump,
No.
or what if Ivanka Trump said she wanted to be in the Star Wars movie?
No,
She's sexy enough.
I don't care. No Trump.
Okay, so what if Michelle Obama wanted to be
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Michelle. I'm okay with Bill Clinton.
Because you're a Democrat?
No,
or,
no. I'm okay with well, Ronald Reagan's dead.
Dang.
Too soon. We're too soon.
Too soon?
Relax.
So too soon.
Okay, let's forget that. Let's go with another pop culture
I'm okay
icon.
with like Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, but he's from fandom, though.
He's from Fandom.
But who are
He's a pop culture. I'm
top-
okay with Pee Wee Herman.
I would be too.
I like how hesitantly you're like, well, okay.
Let's be honest. Okay.
Katy Perry, are you okay? Katy Perry.
I think Katy Perry
I'm
would
fine
be
with
fun.
Katy Perry.
What about like?
I don't know if I'd be good with that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be good with that.
Vin Diesel.
Depending
Yeah,
on
I
what
don't- I don't think I'd be
depending
good
on
with
what
that.
it is.
The Rock.
No, because I think he's too much.
He's
of a
100% pop culture. He's not.
He is pop culture.
Yeah.
He is pop culture. He's not there.
Nah.
He's not
overrated. Again,
Justin Timberlake.
again in sync.
Justin Bieber. Justin
Time
Bieber.
out. Time out.
100%
time
gone.
out, time
No,
out,
no,
time
no.
out.
I can't think of one.
Justin Timberlake. Actually, if you ever watch Alpha Dog,
Don't tell me he's a good actor.
Actually,
he's
not a good actor.
fantastic in that.
No,
movie.
he's not.
Yes,
He was
is.
decent in Social Network.
No,
He,
But-
yeah, but he's
have you?
playing himself,
Did you
essentially.
watch Alpha Dog?
Yeah, I saw Alpha Dog with the kid from what's his name, Emil Hirsch.
Yes.
Okay, what if
He
Ben
played
Affleck?
Chekhov.
What if Ben
Nah.
Affleck was in a Star Wars movie?
No.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I like Ben.
no,
though.
but
I think
people are
Ben's a good
saying-
actor.
people
No,
were-
he's fine in his own
People
shit.
were saying that even about Batman. What's going on?
You know who actually I would like is Jake.
Okay.
Jake
No.
Gyllenhaal, I think would be legit.
Really?
Ryan
what about
Reynolds.
his sister?
Maggie, fine. I think
No,
Jake's a bigger
fuck.
star.
Oh my
They're
god, I
going
can't stand
into
her.
Life Day.
It's because she looks like the oldest 8-year-old in the world.
Oh, yeah. What is that with that?
I don't know. She looks like an old
I just want to
8-year-old.
punch her in the face.
That's
Is that
that's called abuse. I feel
Oh, okay,
like.
forget
So
that. I take that back.
this what tradition right now is going?
They're
on?
going
Life Day.
So
No, but
essentially, this
like why do they do this?
because
thing?
this ties into Coco, where they die and they go into.
Don't spoil Coco.
Here we go, people.
If you don't know Coco's about dying, I mean, I
Like, okay, wait.
Look, this is that.
Marilyn Monroe. Would you like to see in a Star Wars movie?
Are you talking any pop culture icon?
Marlon Brando. Yes.
Marlon Brando, yes.
I would take
Audrey Hepburn.
Robert De Niro.
I don't know about Robert. De Niro.
I would take
What
Robert
about
De Niro as a
non-acting pop
gangster.
culture icons? Who are the biggest
Michael Jackson.
No. I'm a Michael Jackson fan.
I'm a huge Michael Jackson
I'm
fan.
a Michael Jackson.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one.
I don't think he fits in the Star Wars universe.
Well, I don't know, because the Captain EO thing and
Captain EO was badass.
Captain EO was badass. I can honestly, if he had a musical segment in this, I feel like he would make it work.
Because that's the same type
in a holiday special.
In a holiday special type of thing.
Scenario. Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's go to Entertainment Weekly's top pop culture icons.
But these are real life.
We've got a couple
things,
pop culture icons on the screen. Let's go with what's going on.
Okay. All
right, how about Zach Morris?
I don't know who that is.
What?
No.
You don't Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, no.
Oh, that guy. We're going old school.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking
Brandon Walsh from 90210. Pop culture icon. Would you? Dylan McKay, I guess, would be like the bigger.
I don't mean to brag, but Brandon and I just seen together.
All right, so fun fact. No, this is no bullshit. Ro was on an episode of Beverly Hills 90210. This is no joke. I literally watched the episode, screenshotted it, and posted
I can't believe you found it. I cannot. They cut. I had one line and they cut it. One line and they cut it. And
posted it on Ro's wall, and then he was like, "I'm glad this is what you're doing with your time."
And he found it.
I did.
They cut my one line.
It was great.
Editing room floor.
It was great.
He still found me in that episode.
It was so funny. This is not a bullshit. This comes full circle for me. I was in an episode of Power Rangers, but I don't think I ever made it.
You never told me that.
Yeah, I was in an episode of the Time Force Lightspeed Rescue team up, and then I met Deborah's brother and whatever. But that's so random. Yeah, that's hilarious. But I did find your
you did.
episode.
And I can't believe it. Okay, going back to pop culture icon. Here's a good one. Conor McGregor.
Yes, I would. Yeah,
you would put him in
100%. Because I feel like he's recognizable for sure, but he's not. If it was like a cameo, 100%.
Yeah,
I think that he's a big enough recognized star, but he could
Carrie Fisher
totally fulfill his thing.
Now, here's to Carrie Fisher. This is the way we started the night.
Carrie Fisher singing.
Carrie Fisher
singing the Life Day theme song.
Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
This is where she's really pushing it too, though.
I'll be honest with you guys too, man. When I heard this, I don't know. It's like you hear celebrities passing away all the time.
This was big for me.
Yeah, when you hear about Carrie Fisher, it's kind of like the one thing I love about Carrie Fisher. She didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
She definitely gave zero fucks.
It's kind of like this is the voice. She is the voice of what women have needed forever.
I literally have goosebumps right now just watching her do her thing. I love Carrie Fisher and what she's great for.
I thought it was
the way she handled herself through adversity in her life
and she's
career.
open about it. That was the cool thing.
That's the best thing about it.
Now y'all saw what Mark Hamill tweeted earlier this week about her. About being.
By the way, realistically, this might be the best part of the movie, though, where it's that iconic theme.
Scenes from the movie and things like that.
Well, this was all what he was all about, was trying to get people to come back and watch
it
and buy it and check that out, blah blah blah. But but that whole thing about him going back and saying, "Hey,
John Williams,
dude, Sir Alec Guinness, are you kidding me? This guy's one of the best actors of that time."
Is he? How many in the original trilogy were there any other Academy Award winning actors? Was Tarkin,
Peter
Cushing?
Yeah.
Was Peter Cushing an Academy Award winning?
From what I remember, I don't know much about. I know this about Peter Cushing. He was big into the Dracula franchise and actually played Doctor Who in the movie. So
that's right.
Peter Cushing has a lot of ties to the sci-fi world and the horror world.
Going back full circle, franchise crossover. Whovians.
Oh, Doctor Who for
Doctor
sure.
Who and Star Wars. Fuck.
I like it. Dude, dialects against Jedis?
What did everybody out there think of Life Day? So, who out there had their first experience of their Star Wars holiday special?
Congratulations if you have watched
we made it through Life Day, guys.
Fuck. This is a tradition for me.
We should make this a tradition every year at this point on #show.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%.
This is like the post-credit scene?
Yeah.
Look how cute he is.
Let's see what Marvel spin-offs are going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, this is actually where they eat shawarma.
Yeah, this is the shawarma scene, right?
Yeah.
Realistically, would you be opposed to having Star Wars having post-credit scenes?
Not at all.
You want them?
I want at least one.
You have to think that you're not.
I want at least
that's
one.
That's not what a traditionalist Star Wars fan, I think, would say.
But see, I'm okay. I'm also the one guy who
You're progressive.
Yeah, I'm always okay with without the opening credit roll on Rogue One.
Where for me, I thought it was a little jarring. I kind of wanted that.
I would be okay with post ones, but I want scrolls.
I don't want them expected. Though.
I agree with you, Rob. I'm okay with post-credit scenes, but bring scrolls back.
Because this is kind of what this is just did with watching this. It brought you back to the original thing of what you just watched. That last 5 minutes of that.
Do you think Mickey Morton's still around to do the convention circuit?
No, but that last 5 minutes.
We should find all these guys.
Seriously, it was the last 5 minutes of going back to what we were just watching about. It was the Star Wars thing. So literally, it gives you a taste of what you just watched. So you want to go back and watch what you originally.
To me, like post-credit things shouldn't be expected. They should be random.
I agree with that.
I don't think it's like now. I expect 2 post-credits on every Marvel scene,
and
Marvel
that's
movie.
too much.
And to me, it's like, God damn it! Now I gotta wait.
Guardians at 5.
That was too much.
Do I gotta really fucking wait for that second final?
Well, I mean, isn't it? It's kind of annoying too as a viewer to be like turning to your fan. Does this have a thing at the end of it? Because I wanna, you know what I mean. So like, I get it, but realistically, I would be okay with Star Wars having them. But I like the randomization of what movie you have to stay through to watch it, though.
You know what I like about this whole entire thing about doing those little chunks of scenes is how many times you actually, now you just closed it out, but how many times you actually watch the people who took the time to put the effort to put into a thing.
I don't care if you're a grip, dude. Sorry.
Hey man,
sorry.
that guy had to make
I've been that dude.
That section.
You know what? I love you if you're working. You're a grip. You're a fucking key grip. Great. You're a PA. Your credit doesn't fucking matter to me. It just doesn't, dude. You're not that important. You get like $20 an hour. Cool. Just go home and get your paycheck. I'm not staying for your credit roll. Fucked up?
No, Rob disagrees.
You just went completely back against what I was talking about because this is the fact of the matter is some people kind of sit here and like that's kind of like a life goal.
You want to see your own name?
Why not?
Well, if it's you, you should stay.
No,
for your
but
own name.
but that's not.
God damn it!
I
promise you, when your mom is sitting next to you waiting for your name, she's not having a good time.
That's a fair
point.
That
right there is that's the reason why I'm saying it's a
draw.
No.
I'm just like
that's what I'm getting at. The fact of that helps people to not necessarily. Again, I don't give a shit if that's what you're doing. But what I'm saying is people stick around to actually watch those and see the case of seeing somebody's work.
But they're not necessarily watching them for the names. They're watching.
But absolutely not. But
you live in LA now. You live in LA now, where people do that.
Yeah.
They don't do that anywhere else.
Right. That's right. This is what I'm getting at. The guy from Iowa is not going to sit there and go, man, I want to sit around and wait for that one guy so I can see his name.
I know that dude.
Hey, can we real quick?
Foley artist assistant.
Real quick, can we talk about the controversy? I think it's Idaho. I don't know what state it's in. They're not showing Last Jedi. That a theater is not going to be showing it because Disney's demands
religious reasons?
No, I feel that
I feel like we can do without them. Fuck those people.
Yeah, I mean, listen, let's be 100% honest. Star Wars, regardless of what theaters are going to show it or are not going to show it, this is exactly why we're doing the press junket and the conference without screening the movie, is because they're that confident in the movie.
As they should be.
I mean,
I love that they're that confident.
It's the longest running Star Wars film.
Here's the thing:
because it's actually the longest.
Do you think they would have been that confident with Colin Trevorrow doing the next one?
Phrase that question again.
I think what he's trying to say is, are they that confident in him to let him do another one?
Well, because Colin Trevorrow's out. He's not doing episode 9.
Right. Because
it's going to be J.J. Abrams now.
Right.
He's not their golden boy.
Would Disney and Lucasfilm have been as confident with Colin Trevorrow doing, not doing press ahead of time with the movie?
I doubt it.
No.
Now let me ask you another question, just to follow that up. With the way that Disney and Lucasfilms are picking their directors, do you think that they conceptually figured out what they wanted to do from episode 7 to 9 ahead of time?
I think Kathleen Kennedy knows exactly what she wants for the next 3 years.
But do you think she knew that during episode 7?
I think she's
100%.
figured it. I think she's figured 100%. It out.
She's driving a ship, man. This is.
I disagree with that.
You say 100%. I say maybe 70%. I think she had an idea, And then over the course of that first year, she goes, now I know what I want.
Now, I now agree with that.
Kind of thing.
I feel like after the success of Force Awakens, it was more or less, okay, this is going to work.
But then here's the question. Why not retain J.J. Abrams, who wrote and directed the film?
I can't, I don't have a comment on that one.
You're still waiting for your fucking credit to pop up on the screen.
It's coming, Rob. It's coming, Rob. No, but realistically, I feel that like with I don't think Kathleen Kennedy necessarily. I don't think they had I don't think it was Marvel and Kevin Feige where it was like, this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it and this is how we execute it. I think Kathleen Kennedy came with great directors and she was like, okay, we can make an impact because it's the Star Wars name. J.J. Abrams knocked it out of the park. I mean, let's be real. He knocked it out of the park.
He did.
Personally, I feel that who did Rogue One? It was who was Rogue One's director? It was
Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards knocked it out of the park. I thought he did a brilliant job. You didn't like it so much, Rob. I loved it. You liked it too.
I did.
And I honestly, I haven't seen Last Jedi yet, but everything I've heard, Rian Johnson, they wouldn't hire him for another set of trilogies if they didn't believe in him.
Yeah.
And then we also obviously got J.J. Abrams coming back for Episode 9, which I'm extremely excited about. I love J.J. Abrams. I think he's a great director.
But do you feel like the name has kind of overpowered the story?
No. I think what speaks is previous success. I think that's what's speaking here. And to me, Rian Johnson getting his own trilogy means that fucking
this movie's going to go really good.
He knocked it out of the park.
He had to have. I mean,
they wouldn't have given him a contract.
If you really think about it, too, even Gareth Edwards, he had extensive reshoots.
He had some drama on.
Yeah, well, towards the end there, somebody else came in and directed his reshoots. I think the only person that's ever been untouched by Disney has been J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson.
Right.
Rian Johnson, you've heard no drama about.
Yeah.
It's always been like that's what they wanted to do. Obviously, when we got Colin Trevorrow, and even the
brothers or whatever, the Lego guys.
The Lego guys, they like those guys are gone. Those guys were gone
fast.
Quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel that like with whatever Rian Johnson is doing is exactly what the studio wants to portray, or else they wouldn't give him the next set of trilogies. I mean, listen, let's be real. It's kind of an iconic moment in our lives where George Lucas is like, I'm not going to do anything past Episode 6, trilogy-wise.
We can't. He doesn't have any hand in it.
Well, I mean, even besides that, but But if you really think about the extent of that, is that we're getting a whole new set of trilogies that's going to be a next generation's Luke and Leia and Han. You know what I mean? So like, having that responsibility is huge. I'll be honest with you. I love Star Wars, and I'm sure you do too. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to helm that next trilogy. That's a huge responsibility.
No,
if
somebody gave me the option as a director, and I've directed my own film, and I know how hard it is. Granted, my budget was like $7,000 as opposed to $70 billion, but if somebody gave me the responsibility of a Star Wars film, I would want to do a spin-off. I wouldn't want to be a part
of the main
of a Star Wars, a Skywalker trilogy.
I agree with that. I mean, it's the same thing.
It's a lot of responsibility and a lot to maintain.
Yeah, I mean, you imagine, because you got to think about this. Like George Lucas kind of tainted his reputation by the prequels. If he hadn't done those, and he had other directors,
he did two things with those. He tainted his, but he also solidified his reputation.
Listen,
with the fandom.
You know, I'll be honest with you, man. We were just talking about this off air, and people gripe a lot about the prequels, but realistically, to me, I kind of dig them.
Yeah,
mainly because they're a different.
They gave us the information we were looking for.
Yeah, I kind of like it, and especially because it pays off when you get to Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
I do like that, and people want to crap on Phantom Menace.
That's why you don't consider them as individual movies. You think of them as a story as a whole.
They're stories and that's what they are. They're stories as a whole. They're filling in blanks. They're giving us all the information we wanted and needed. Maybe the acting wasn't on par. Maybe the dialogue wasn't on par. But those other pieces, the canon story, was really complete, really thorough, and really filling in the blanks of what was missing for us as Star Wars fans.
Well,
I agree with that.
There was so many times when you had spots in New Hope where there was like hey, let's talk about the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You never actually got to see what happened.
You know what? And credit to Lucasfilm Animation though. Like the Clone Wars is honestly probably one of the best animated series that has ever been in existence.
And I'm gonna say that, and this is controversial in the Star Wars fandom. I'm gonna say that Rebels topped it.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's interesting you say that.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I love Clone Wars so much, though, is that most episodes that took place about the actual clones, fucking love.
Yeah.
See,
I fall off a little bit when you
more-
get to that Anakin and Ben Kenobi or Obi-Wan story. For me, because you've seen it so much.
But the Ahsoka,
exactly, the Ahsoka
arc,
stuff is amazing.
The Ahsoka arc and then the
because
Yoda
the Ahsoka
arc.
at the end of it is fantastic.
It's fucking
brilliant.
brilliant.
It's brilliant.
And if I was comparing season 1 of Rebels to what Clone Wars did, I wouldn't have that opinion. But where where Rebels is at now, I'm going to say is doing it better.
But realistically,
because they have more to go on.
Asking you
they have more
realistically,
to go to.
So with Rebels, I agree with you in a lot of aspects. But realistically, if Rebels doesn't end with I
have a feeling it's going to end, though.
It's going to end, but if
the way we want it to end.
You think so? So you actually... here's the thing.
It's going to be a dark ending.
The rumor of Benicio del Toro being Ezra, like an older Ezra, if it doesn't end that way...
We've been pushing that for a long time, but I don't...
They're saying there's this character named DJ that... I still think it can be.
It can be. I'm okay if it's not. I think it's only 50-50 at this point.
It is. But if it doesn't end the way that you
But why
want
wouldn't
it
it
to
go
end,
that way anyways? Because then you could have it's just a translation over.
Personally, I'll be honest with you. I still, at this point now, the only reason that it would deter me not to think that is because just like Marvel, they don't want to touch their television franchise with their movie franchise. I can see that easily being the case here. But it's working the reverse way. So Saul Guerrero was in Rebels, right? So I feel like with all
Saul Guerrero is interesting. He was in Clone Wars, he was in Rebels, and he was
in a film.
In a film,
which gives you that glimmer of hope of like, okay, maybe we can see.
Yeah.
Like even that rumor of Rex being in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's that kind of like
Because I'd love to see Rex. I'd love to see.
Listen, if it came out, if Lucasfilm came out tomorrow, and be like Rex was officially in Return of the Jedi, and he's in this one scene that you see, where's that bearded dude? It's like, all right, that's Rex.
Rex
you know what I mean?
could get his own thing.
Cad Bane coming into
Cad Bane, honestly,
Yep.
would be a harder character to transition because he wears a duster. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit harder.
How would that be?
Cad
harder?
Bane.
It's not harder physically, but it's harder to explain it. That's very Clint Eastwood.
Having Cad Bane after Order 66, going after the Rogue
How amazing.
Jedis, would be fucking amazing.
Yeah. So you do little. Whoop.
Anyways, people who have been here for, there's a handful of you, not many, who have made it this far, but who have been here for 2 hours now with us.
That's amazing.
On Life Day. God damn it.
Life Day. We're celebrating
Take
Life
us out,
Day.
Joe. Take us out. I'm drunk.
Well, we've all been drinking. We're celebrating Life Day. Thank you guys so much for staying with us on Star Wars Trilogy and at that #show's YouTube channel. Guys, we had a great time doing this. We hope we made Life Day just a little bit more enjoyable for you guys. Granted, Rose still loves the film, and Rob
a little too much.
Rob is a little. You're what? What would we say? Lukewarm.
What about this?
Yeah, Life Day.
Life Day.
I've always liked Life Day.
It's all right. So hopefully,
No, I've always liked Life Day. It's again, I don't watch it every year, but it's definitely something I don't mind not watching.
So
obviously.
hopefully, all of you fans out there that have seen Life Day, have seen the holiday special, and have wanted to just get a live commentary of what we're thinking, because a lot, like the animated scene was my first time seeing a lot of that stuff. Hopefully you guys got something out of it, and it's a fun experience. Like, watch Life Day with us now every year. But what we want to say is thank you guys so much for watching. Ro, talk to us about Star Wars Trilogy page. How can people join us in the action?
It's been 5 years now, I think, since I started the Star Wars Trilogy page. I just want to thank everybody who's constantly participating, liking, sharing, commenting, all the stuff that we post there from that #show, whether it's a meme that I post or an article that Joe posts or a live stream that Rob posts. He did his first couple last night, right?
Last night. Oh, Star Wars Dark Side,
I tuned in for those. So whatever you guys are doing, thank you. We cannot express the gratitude that we have. There's 210,000 people on this page. You guys,
and the fact that you guys watched Life Day with us for almost 2 hours is a lot.
That says a lot about who you guys are, how hardcore you're into this. Thank you for Life Day from the bottom of our hearts. Happy Life Day to the Star Wars fandom. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Happy Life Day. And click.
And your credits on the screen.
We're waiting for our own credits to pop up.
Click that like button right here on Star Wars Trilogy. Click that like, subscribe, and share button right here on that hashtag show. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here as we talked about Life Day. And if you guys love Star Wars, we got more to come. And especially, you got to follow Star Wars Trilogy's Facebook page. It's amazing. It's the best Star Wars not only news site, but fan theory site as well.
Yeah. We love Star Wars theory. You guys, people who have followed this page know that we're all about fan theory. Here's a little thing that we want to drop for you. We are going to be on. Joe and I are going to be on the red carpet, and we are going to be able. Because of you guys, we were invited to the world premiere, press premiere of The Last Jedi, and that's because of you guys. So thank you so much. We're going to give you as much exclusive content as we can from the red carpet. Joe, what can you tell us about that?
Well, I can also say that if you guys have any questions for some of the Star Wars actors like Daisy Ridley or John Boyega or Mark Hamill or any Benicio del Toro, Laura Dern, any of the Ryan Johnson. If you guys have any questions,
R2D2 BB-8.
Yeah, you guys have any.
I'm not going to be there, sadly. So there you go.
If you guys have any questions at all for any of these actors, send them to us right here on Star Wars Trilogy or at that hashtag show. Fan questions at thathashtagshow.com. We will be asking the actors your questions. And also, Ro's going to be covering the press conference live.
Can't wait.
Live from the, I don't even know where it's taking place.
It's a secret location we can't really talk about.
It's a rebel base.
It's a rebel base, so we can't talk about it.
In Hollywood.
Ro will be there we'll be there live watching, maybe even live streaming it, who knows.
I think so.
But we'll be doing that, and then also red carpet premiere. If you guys want to get... I mean, we're probably going to spoil a little bit of it as soon as we get out of the film.
A little bit.
But then we're going to the after party, and we're going to be live with everybody that was at that after party. So if you want...
promise you a live stream with some cast members.
100%,
I promise,
100%.
promise.
So if you guys just hit that like button, follow along, and you'll get that notification that we are going live, and you can get every Star Wars question that you've ever wanted answered right here at Star Wars Trilogy and that hashtag show. But all you got to do is hit that like button, or if you're on that hashtag show, hit that like, subscribe, and share button to stay up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.
Happy Life Day!
Happy Life Day!
Happy Life Day!